good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. It's Wednesday. Definitely thought it was Thursday, but it is Wednesday, which is fine. Just means another day we get to spend together this week. Short week for us. Short week for a lot of you out there. But welcome in. Good to have you. Let's get our heads right on, well, my national holiday, Thumb Appreciation Day. My wife made fun of me again the other night in bed and held up her thumb. And I told my kids, when Dad passes away, if you ever need to remember me, all you have to do is just hold out your thumb and I'll be there.
I'll always be here.
Look, my wife has told me since she met me, you look like a thumb. So today is Thumb Appreciation Day. So I can't wait to get home and be appreciated by my wife. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite thing to be compared to. But I guess it works. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's not a thumb. Executive producer of the program. How are you, buddy?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Happy Thumb Appreciation Day to you.
My thumb does bend very far back. I have a good hitchhiker's thumb. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, it's good. You would pick me up on the side of the road.
It's got a real...
It looks just like my head and my body.
Real curve to it.
Yeah. I know. Everyone's like, no, I see the resemblance. I know. Like when she said it, I was offended. This is probably... Is your
forehead like the fingernail, and then
it's my body. Look,
the whole thing.
Hold your thumb up next to mine. It's like a silhouette, right? It's just the whole package.
Oh, thumbs are very important. If
it's a thumb.
If it weren't for opposable thumbs, we would simply be apes.
It's incredible.
It's important to have those thumbs.
So yeah, it's not great. It's not great. I look down, I go, oh, Thumb Appreciation Day. Can't wait to see what I walk into when I get home from work for her favorite thumb.
Ann wants to know, are you thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah. I told the kids, when Dad is gone, if you need me, you can just hold up your thumb. I will literally be by your side for the rest of your lives. I miss you, Dad. And maybe you could put like some glasses on this. Let's draw a little 5 o'clock shadow on there. V-neck T-shirt down there. Be like, oh, there's my dad. I miss
Jelly roll tattoos.
Jelly roll tattoos on my face. Ben Higgins is your friendly neighborhood news anchor on the news last night. The chairman, as we call him. Morning, sir.
Good morning. It's a windy, wet,
nasty
Wednesday. Blustery. Woke me up this morning around 3 a.m. I thought trees were going to fall over on top of my house and branches all over the roadway. So be very careful driving. I was told by Megan Perry last night while doing the news, the rain and wind supposed to let up pretty early this morning around 7 o'clock. So if you can just make it the first hour or two, should be pretty dry the rest of the day before a little more rain tomorrow. And then maybe we're through the storm week here in San Diego.
Yeah, they've closed all the Little League fields. Kind of a bummer. Supposed to have practice today, but the fields are underwater. I mean, it rained hard up where we live. Now, again, I slept through it last night, 100%. Didn't wake up to any of the kids crying, which they were again. They got up, they got scared. They were in our room. I had no idea. I'm sleeping like a rock, man. It's great. I feel fantastic this morning. So sorry to them. But yeah, the thumb was, I was dead asleep. I was just out like a light. I didn't hear anything, nothing. I did wake up and I walked outside and I went, what the hell happened out here? It looked like a war zone. But real quick, before we get going on the show today, got one of our tier ones who's celebrating his 9th birthday. His name's Benton, but he goes by Benny.
Ton. No.
Goes by Ton. No, he goes by Benny. So happy 9th birthday to Benny. And he's
happy birthday, Benny.
Happy birthday, Benny.
Big Ben and Woods fan. Did something big yesterday. Made a decision, life decision, if you will, and I have turned in my walking papers.
What?
At Choose Fitness.
Oh,
ooh. I left Choose.
Really?
It was a tough choice to leave Choose
after they kicked you out of your lifetime membership.
Correct. That wasn't why.
Bought another membership.
Yeah, I bought one,
and now you're leaving that membership.
Correct.
For a sexy new gym or a younger, more attractive gym?
No, it's yes. A gym with more amenities.
Okay.
Way more amenities. Now it is
usually that means more expensive.
It wasn't.
Okay.
It actually wasn't. But it was a weird process, like walking in. Oh, can I help you? Yes, I need to sign up. And you look around. Now it's LA Fitness, so Dodger loving, I guess. But they have a pool. They have a hot tub, which I've found the older I get, the harder I work out, the more I want to sit in a hot tub for at least 10 minutes after I'm done. I got to have it. Shoes they didn't have any of that.
I think about my whole life, all of the cool extra stuff that you could have, like a pool,
Yeah.
a hot tub, a boat or a cabin, stuff like that.
Yes.
I've always wanted a hot tub, like number one.
It's
I was
amazing.
like, I would use that every night. Every night.
And people would tell you with hot tubs, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I had one here in San Diego. I used it every single day of my life. I would get off. Sometimes I'd do it at 10:30 when I got home and be like, oh, I used it every day. I loved it. It helps me. I am getting older. I want to recover faster, and it just feels good. Also, I hate doing cardio, and it's not because I'm out of shape or I get bored. I get really, really, really bored doing on the treadmill or even, incline, whatever. So I think a pool, I can get in there and bust out some laps, and I'm done.
We are very different people.
Yeah.
I just get on my Peloton.
I can't stand
every
it,
single
dude.
day.
But Benny, it drives me. It's the boredom of it. Oh, once you listen to a podcast, it makes me twice as bored on a treadmill or something. Got to get my cardio in. Swimming is a great way to do it. So I can do that there, but it was nervous. And then he's like,
I sometimes can just raw dog the Peloton where I have nothing but
on the thing,
nothing but the clock ticking, and watch that clock the entire time.
Oh my gosh.
They said Charles Manson used to do the same thing on death row. They gave him an exercise bike and he didn't need music or anything. He just looked at the clock. You, Charles Manson, Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. The only three people.
You haven't heard about Ted Bundy and his elliptical routine?
No music.
Nope.
No nothing.
Yep.
No, just watch the clock.
Nope. Just watch the clock.
I make it like 4 minutes and my innards are like, get me out of here. And it's not like I'm tired. I'm out of shape.
It's because you're it's because you in your head you go, surely I've been on this treadmill for 9 minutes. You're like, nope, it's been 45 seconds.
I can't stand it. I walked in though and I go, oh wow, it's huge. Like it is massive. Guy takes me back to the weighted area, which is where I spend most of my time. I like to lift weights. I really enjoy lifting weights.
Pumping the iron.
I don't like cardio. I like to lift. It makes me feel good. And I look forward to it. Man, I walk back there and I go, ooh, we're not at Choose Fitness anymore. It was meatheady, dude. And there's me. And I'm like, all right, I'm just going in. I'm just going to go in. I'm going to focus on my game here. And I'm not going to worry about these guys just lifting circles around me. And it was great.
Tell me about the haggling process to get the best deal possible for a new customer. Like how many months free did you negotiate?
None, 0. I next month the one time annual fee is going to pop up. It's no big deal. It's just one time.
Yeah.
$69.
They need your business more than you need them. They should be competing for your services. You didn't hold out for anything?
Dude. I didn't have it in me. I really didn't have it in me to go in there and haggle.
Okay, sounds good.
Sounds good. Here's my debit card. You're
paying full price for your new gym.
Yeah, but it's still cheaper monthly than Shoes is with more amenities. Now, it's going to take me a minute. I got to catch it. I got to pay off my shoes and then there's a couple month lag here where it's not going to be great, but after that's over, I'm actually paying less. Just got to get it out of the way.
You didn't do the old, well, I don't want to start the new membership until my old one.
No. I needed to work
lapses.
Out. And mine is still there, but if I'm moving on, I want to move on. I'm going to go in together, but it is it was a little scary, man, back there. Headbanging dude. LA Fitness is 90% high school students. Well, not when I go at 11 because they're in school. Thank God. It was just meatheads in there, like tank tops and me going, oh my God. All right. They all got together around one machine too, like one little thing. And this is what I've been doing for my biceps. And they're just ripping these huge reps. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get out of here.
It's kind of nerve-wracking to start a new gym.
It's like starting a new school.
Yeah.
You've never started a new school. Paulie, you ever start a new school, like moved?
No, actually, I was very
lucky. You guys, when I talk to my children at home, I said, you can rest assured I'm never going to do to you what was done to me. Nothing against, this is just what you did. My dad needed a gig, so we had to move across the country. I left at my peak in 6th grade. My peak of 6th grade. Smoking hot girlfriend. Like, life was good. And he's like, we're moving to Connecticut. Okay. I show up to Connecticut. I'm like, where am I? What is this, snow? And like, what, these turtlenecks? Every girl has a turtleneck on.
Was this during the school year?
Yeah, middle of the school year.
Middle of the school year.
Middle of the school year.
You're in the middle of some sort of project on the history of whatever, and all of a sudden now you're in Connecticut.
Just like that.
Picking
Overnight.
up in the middle of the year.
Overnight.
I can't even. I know there were kids who. I remember they would like come in the middle of the year occasionally and try to start it.
Every once in a while, yeah.
You just feel
like that had to be impossible.
It was so
you haven't been learning
hard.
what the rest of the class has been learning. You're so lost. You're so new.
I just remember I go to the office and she's like, okay, welcome. This girl, Cora, he's in your class. Will you walk him there? And she's like showing me around. I was in 6th grade, man. I was a kid. I was a little kid, terrified. And I had been, I had a lot of friends and played sports and had a pretty girlfriend. Like, I was really set. And then, dude, same thing, middle of 11th grade, back to Texas. I was like, dude, I told my kids, I go, look, you may have to
see what your 6th grade girlfriend was up to?
Yeah, we graduated together.
Nice.
We ended up graduating together. Let's say that I'm glad we decided against the long distance relationship in 6th grade.
Probably smart.
She found her niche, and it was with like guys that did rodeo and stuff. I was not that guy.
No, you weren't.
I was not that guy.
You moved to Connecticut.
When you moved, though, you wish there was some sort of announcement that could be made. Like, this is Stephen Woods. He was actually quite popular and cool.
So slide
at
him
his
in.
Other school. Yeah. So let's just make sure that the popular and cool kids accept him right away.
Trust me, everyone.
Bro,
he's cool.
Trust us.
Fight first day of school. I mean, I told them, I just said, man, I'm never going to do that to you guys. Like, if I lost my radio job, I'll go sell aluminum siding or something. I don't care. Like, I'm here. So we're not going to be like, Dad's got to find a job. We're moving to Bangor, Maine, so I can be on the radio. Like, it's not happening.
Now, you don't have to make friends at the gym. You can.
No, I know. Just go in and do your thing.
You can just go in and do your thing.
I prefer it that way.
Which I prefer as well. But there's still the etiquette and the procedures, and you don't want to.
Everyone's sizing everybody up.
You want to be careful. You don't want to do anything that's going to make you stand out.
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
In our area.
Mm-hmm. Even if no one actually says it, you don't want them thinking, who's this guy?
For example, if you went to Venice and you look like me, right? Not in the worst shape, not in the best shape, just average dude, look like a thumb. And you show up down on Venice Beach and you walk into Muscle Beach. You're like, what's up, dudes? Can I work out here for the... Wouldn't they like mock you? Because every time I've been by Venice, Muscle Beach, it's the guys with the huge, the tank tops, and they are just... If I walked in there like me or you, and we in there lift weights, there's no way.
What if we
go to Venice?
Ben with some Meta glasses and said, walk into Muscle Beach and try to do a workout.
To a 45-minute lift in there by yourself. You guys have a Smith machine here to do my bench press? Like,
first of all, I imagine wearing Meta glasses, even outside on the beach. If people are working out and you're filming around them, they're gonna kick your ass.
You're a creep. No, but so that was like the big part of my day yesterday was taking that step. It was a long walk from the car into LA Fitness, and then, oh, you can, you're all set. You can work out today if you want. I almost I'll just come in tomorrow and start fresh, but I'm like, I'm here. I might as well do it. It was great. I really enjoyed it, but I had to make the switch, man.
Gosh, hearing that story about your moving out of school mid-year.
Oh, Paulie, twice.
I imagine it's probably more common than not. Right. I feel extremely lucky that, like, even though we moved several times as a kid, my mom always kept us close enough to the school where even if I was out of the district, she's like, I'm not going to make you go to a new school just for a year.
Because even then is like, I'm out of the district, but I'm still 10
all
minutes
my homies.
Yeah,
it's 10 minutes.
I'll see
it was nothing. Right? And so I got to go to the same. It was kindergarten through 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade. We're at a separate middle school, and then one high school.
Yeah, it was nerve wracking. I mean, you talked about being worried a lot when you were a kid, and you start a new school, and like the weird part was this, and you know how kids are, man, they're mean, and I showed up and I was dressed really nice, and there was a way that you dressed where I was from and a way that you dressed there that was different. And I literally remember telling my dad, like, I got to go get some like bummy clothes. Like this is going to I'm going to get my ass kicked wearing this here. And he's like, no, we already bought this. And I'm like, Dad, I'm not getting, you can take me to Walmart. I don't care. Like, I need some bummy stuff because everybody here dresses like a bum. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Want to fit in.
I want to fit in. And it's traumatic, dude. It was really, really, really traumatic. So I always tell the kids, like, you're good. Dad's never going to do that to you. Nothing against my dad. Like, he had to do it. And it was a great adventure. I got to see so much stuff. I'm glad we did it, but
I don't know how military children.
I don't either, man. No. I have such sympathy and empathy for them. And it's just boom. I guess after 3 or 4 times, you're like, maybe just what I do.
You know, I would hope that in communities with a high number of military,
like this
they're used to that, and people are kind of coming and going, so they make it a little bit easier. But that's got to be one of the toughest things in childhood, is picking up in the middle of a school year.
Yeah.
How often do you think like children of athletes, are they homeschooled?
Oh, I think they just
kind of pick a home base.
I think they generally stay in their home base, Florida, Arizona.
Yeah, Florida, Arizona.
Texas,
like, what
wherever,
about the journeyman that like every year he's on a new team? Are they moving, or they keep a home base usually and then they just are like gone 6 months out of the year?
It's probably different for everyone, but we've seen it here. You know, there's been plenty of guys.
I mean, if you sign a 4-year deal somewhere, you may move your family at that point.
Settle down.
Because you can't move your kids every year to a new school, new neighborhood, new everything.
Radio is just as bad, if not worse. I mean, there's guys that have traipsed across this country for the next big gig in Cleveland, and then that didn't work. We're going to Detroit, and now we're going down to Miami, and there's guys that have had 12 gigs in
like
15
I can see
years.
A world in where you're like a single guy, and like that's what you're doing. You're just grinding, trying to start your career.
That's actually fun.
Yeah. But like as soon as you have a wife, kids, more like
can't do it to them.
That's a huge move every time. And like, I know you're talking about guys that are like every year they're in a new market.
Yeah, 100%. And then there are baseball players too that are they're like, they want to live the life of the 1 year, mercenary. Yeah, the 1 year mercenary. They're like, I'm going to sign a 1 year deal for the highest bidder every year, and I have no problem. I'll live in Pittsburgh. I'll live in Cincy. I want to make the most money I can in this limited time, and that happens all the time too. But yeah, man, right here. Went to 7 different schools in 12 years while growing up in San Diego. Yeah, at least you stayed in San Diego, but still, it's traumatic.
As a kid, though, a new school district might as well be a new city.
Yeah, might as well be. All bunch of different people. But anyway, yeah, Tommy Pham is a perfect example. He's like, give me the best 1 year deal I can find, and I will go. And
some guys don't have a choice. They don't get offered multi-year
choice.
Deals either. Yeah. They're always going on a 1-to-1.
That's right.
So ballpark. How much do you think you've got left on your Choose membership?
I've got till February 26th. So I pay February, I'm done. So that's the last day I can work out at Choose.
Okay.
So then my LA Fitness one time.
So you've already paid.
Yeah, one time my yearly fee. I had to buy out of my contract for $58. So tag that on to my monthly. Then I got to pay the $69 LA Fitness fee. And then
did you have like a 1 year agreement?
I had a year. I signed a year because I thought I'd be there. And then I was like, they have 2 bench presses, man. Two. There's 2. So if you're in there and it's busy, you're like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
This place, you walk in, you're like, oh. He's like, we have 14 bench presses. We've got this. I'm like, this is heaven. I can get in, get it done.
Well, since Morrissey didn't work out, consider it taken care of.
By who?
Yeah, me.
How?
Your Choose Fitness. I'll Venmo you.
Yeah, look at you.
Take it off the tab for the Morrissey. You don't have to worry about double paying at the gym.
Okay, perfect.
Your good pal Ben.
We're down to
your good pal Ben is going to take care of that $58 gym exit fee.
All right.
That's part of your Christmas present now.
Yeah, I think he's down because he got the wings.
Yeah.
I thought he was down to like 375.
He was down to 375, so now call 50, it 325.
Okay.
All right, perfect. All right, just 325 more to work off the rest of the year.
Ben's like, I'll get your groceries tomorrow. I'll fill your gas next week.
Fills my tank up.
Don't you feel nice, though, knowing I'm not paying for 2 gyms at the same time?
Yeah, I do.
My good pal Ben is taking care of that for me.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you for caring so much about my health. It's great. Thank you.
You ready to get going here?
I'm ready. I've been ready.
How much did that hurt to pay that $50?
No, good. I'm just, I just want to get back to zero.
He wants to whittle it down.
I don't want to have it hanging over my head the entire year.
Hey, you want a Coke? I got you. He's gonna be like, you know what? Why don't you just pay me the lump sum? No. We'll work this off.
He's gonna be like, hey, I bought you a pizza. You're like, I'm not hungry. I'm like, too bad. I bought it. Merry Christmas.
So good. So good.
I am, and I think you are, confused by something about the coverage of our San Diego Padres and the predictions for the Padres this season.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that here?
Let's do it again.
I want to talk about this because
this is pretty wild, you guys.
There's something I'm missing.
There's something,
I am completely
a blind homer.
I'm completely wearing rose-colored glasses. I'm not saying they're going to win 115 games and cruise to a World Series, but
they got to be better than what this guy has them at.
I'm seeing all over the place different prediction models that don't really look good for the San Diego Padres this year.
Like at all.
I'm trying to figure out what I am missing. I want to talk about that coming up. We'll set the menu for the Wednesday edition of Ben and Woods as spring training continues. We'll talk about a very costly loss for the San Diego State Aztecs last night at home to Grand Canyon, and that's not maybe even the sum of the bad news. I will let you know what else hurt the Aztecs last night as well. We'll get to all of it coming up as we get started here on a Wednesday morning. Ben and Woods and Paul on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
All right, it's been nasty on the roadways this week. The last thing you want to do is driving out to one of the casinos that is like 45, 55 minutes away, winding roads. You know that they can be treacherous. If you want to play cards, there's only one option. It's the best option. It's right down the 5 freeway, 7 minutes in Chula Vista. You're not putting your life on the line on the back roads of San Diego when you go to 7 Mile Casino.
No, it's a place you can go sit and kill some time, too. They got California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pike Out, and Baccarat. They got delicious food, friendly dealers, smoke-free environment as well. Look, if you like slot machines, you're going to have to make that trek. Sorry, they don't have slot machines there, which I love because I don't like the sound of them. I have a decent time playing them. I just don't like the sound. It drives me insane after a while. This is just a really cool place to relax.
Yeah, again, nothing wrong with those other places.
Right.
We're just telling you why 7 Mile is so great for card players with their options. I know it's rainy right now, but when it's nice, the patio is beautiful. They get a full bar at Sammy's at 7 Mile. TVs all over the place, not just in the restaurant, but like when you're playing cards, you can watch the games are on all the time. It's comfortable. The dealers are friendly. They take care of high limit players. They know how to take care of their players. You get 35% off food when you order when you're playing at 7 Mile Casino. Hey, check it out this week. Make a plan to visit 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown. Let's get our first check of traffic this morning from Kelly Danick.
He just. Oh, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Oh, you missed that post. You missed it.
I know. Woods gave me the point. He said, wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait for it. I'll tell you when to jump in.
Yep.
The Cars.
Yeah, so good.
I don't know if we're missing the bus or the national prediction market covering the San Diego Padres is missing the bus.
Did you ever miss the bus when you were a kid?
No.
Speaking of horrible childhood feelings.
I was very. I didn't get. Remember, I didn't get off the bus my first day and ended up back in the bus yard.
That's right.
But
I forgot about
I didn't miss the bus.
Too afraid to get off the bus.
I just didn't. I didn't know
It was
when
a
to get off
different
the
one.
bus. I want to talk about this because there are some somewhat dire predictions about the San Diego Padres 2026 season that I just don't get. We'll talk about that coming up here. We will talk, of course, to spring training Sammy Levitt a little earlier today. I like that. Mix it up as time slots.
I like that too.
We've had him late in the show the first few days, but he's going to join us at 7:35 as seemingly new guys arrive every day at Padres camp. Yesterday it was German Marquez and Walker Buehler spending their first day in Padres camp. It was weird seeing Walker Buehler in brown and gold. We talked about it. We played some sound yesterday. A little odd. Don't know if he's going to make the team or not, but
I was texting with Sammy yesterday when the Padres announced their start times for everything this morning. The clubhouse is opening 3 minutes ago this morning. And he goes, good God, that's early.
7:30 Mountain Time.
So
Wow.
they're getting started real early today. That's why he was like, hey, I'm free at 7:30.
Dude, that's fantastic.
Perfect. Pop on.
I love it.
Let's do it.
I love it. I loved his little slice of life yesterday, too, Sammy's. Different than what mine would look like.
Yes.
Yeah.
In between Sammy and our Padres discussion here, we'll talk about the Aztecs, their loss last night, and why things could be slipping away a little bit for San Diego State in terms of their chances to get an at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. We'll have our regular features like Don't Do This, Take on Woods, Biggest Fan, and our Roundel Report. And finally, we've wanted to talk about it for a couple of days, the new manager of the San Francisco Giants.
Fascinating.
What's going on in that guy's head?
It's fascinating, man.
Tony Vitello.
I'm not Tony Vitello.
Tony Vitello.
I'm not hating. I'm really not hating at all. I just am riveted. It's like a show on Netflix that I'm hooked on. And I know they're a division rival, but I'm like, I can't get enough of it. I'm out here reading Andrew Baggerly pieces and Dieter Kurtenbach yesterday. I'm like, I can't get enough of this. I'm riveted by it.
It's how I imagine a lot of other fan bases, especially in division,
Yes.
maybe thought about us with Jace Tingler.
100%.
They're like, who the
and
hell is this guy? I am fascinated by what the hell they're trying to do.
I saw two dudes on a podcast yesterday. Never seen them before. Not a Padres podcast, but they're like, their whole topic that day was, is there anybody more fascinating in baseball than AJ Preller? Is there any team more exciting every single year than AJ Preller, what he does for the San Diego Padres? These are completely, this isn't Padres hot tub or anything like that. This is a completely different, just a couple of dudes in their basement doing a bit. And I'm going, yeah, I think people feel the same way about the Padres. We are an endlessly fascinating team. But when you see something else, a beacon from another team, you go, what's going on up there? The Dodgers are boring at this point. I mean, I saw a Dodger fan yesterday go, oh, I forgot we had Kyle Tucker. And those are the ones that make you want to jump, jump on a fence, dude, and lose your mind. But the Giants are fascinating to me. And I can't wait to see how this plays out. Hopefully not great, but they're an interesting topic.
So let's get to our confusion, because I think you and I share kind of some of the same feelings. Last year, the Padres, if memory serves, were predicted to win around 84 to 85 games. And with good reason. They had giant holes in their lineup in left field and behind the plate. Holes that they never really filled until the trade deadline, and continuously held the Padres back for much of the season. But they filled those. They filled those slots at the trade deadline with Ramon Laureano and Freddie Fermin. Two, I think,
and Mason Miller,
really solid players. They also picked up Mason Miller, also added J.P. Sears. They did a lot of upgrading to their roster last season at the trade deadline.
Yep.
Now, if you look at their offseason, like literally from the end of the World Series to today, and we're seeing a lot of grades come out, ESPN, The Athletic, you see a lot of C-, C,
sure.
C+ for the Padres. It was a fairly, for AJ Preller standards, certainly calm, not all that interesting offseason. They brought back Michael King.
Until the other day, he signed 5 players.
Yeah.
Now, again, those 5 players, I think, combined to add exactly 2 wins.
But nothing in the superstar vein that's going to get the national media excited. But what I think I don't understand is, and I'm reading in The Athletic right here, like the projection systems, Fangraphs not buying it, projecting the Padres to have their second losing record in 7 years. They Pacoda slightly more bullish, but not by much. So the statistical projection saying the Padres are an 80-win team, an 81-win team, worse than they were at the start of last season.
Yeah, consider
Are the
10
Padres
games worse?
Are the
got
Padres
79 and 83 on Fangraphs right now?
Are the Padres
Wow.
a worse team at the start of this season than they were at the start of last season?
No.
I don't see it either. Yes, Dylan Cease and Luis Arraez are gone. Neither had good seasons last year. You're losing 2 players who potentially could have good years this year. I'm not dismissing the possibility that they're good players, but you didn't lose a ton from either of those guys from the team that won 90 games.
Right.
Neither of them contributed all that much toward those 90 wins. They had really rough seasons for those guys. Now, you haven't totally replaced them, but you've added Miguel Andujar. You've added Nick Castellanos. I mean, there's a chance that you've replaced some of that offense. Again, Ramon Laureano is now your everyday left fielder.
Yeah, he's here.
You have Freddie Fermin behind the plate. That's much better than they were at this point last season.
You have the best, if not, the second or third best, your top three bullpen in baseball, period, the end. Games don't have to go, relying on Pivetta, King, Musgrove, Vasquez, and whoever else to go 6 innings to give you a chance. It just doesn't have to be that way.
Chris in the chat says, well, it's all projected regression for the big boys. But none of the big boys had really good seasons last year.
So maybe they're saying they're going to continue to not have good seasons.
I don't know. I mean,
somebody bounces back, right?
I think Jackson Merrill has a much better season this year.
I hope so. Yeah.
I think Fernando Tatis Jr. easily could have a better season. I don't know if Manny Machado is going to have a better season or just kind of put up the same numbers that he always does. Xander Bogaerts had a decent second half, but you certainly aren't. I mean, you're certainly not going, wow, if Xander doesn't hit 40 home runs, this team is cooked. You're not expecting that much from him.
The hot start last year was, again,
saved everything.
It saved your entire season. You banked those wins early.
14-3 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty crazy. And again, like those games count. Those games count. Is there a better case study in because I'm a big they'll figure it out guy. 2023 kind of ruined me for that.
Right.
Last year, without that hot start, yeah, man, I don't think we make the playoffs. I mean, they kind of milked that for they were 17-3 or something insane.
I mean, you had the hot start. You swept a Diamondbacks team that didn't show up at the end of the year to get to your 90. But yeah, I mean, without that, what are we talking about?
So Alberto says, well, the division is better. Okay, maybe. But if you look at some of the teams that they have ahead of the San Diego Padres, Fangraphs that is, with a better chance to win the World Series, it's hard for me to agree that the Minnesota Twins have twice the chance to win the World Series at 1.2% over the Padres' 0.6%.
That's insane.
That's insane to me. The Minnesota Twins, who have just lost Pablo
Your
Lopez.
projection system is flawed when I hear something like that.
The Diamondbacks are ahead.
Okay, people are, with the Diamondbacks, they signed Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen. Those are guys they already had at the start of last year, just like Michael King. I mean, Nolan Arenado, they lost. From the start of last season, they lost Josh Naylor. They lost Eugenio Suarez.
Yep.
How do you project the Diamondbacks having gotten so much better? I don't see it. They maybe tread water. Maybe they don't. Is there not regression for their older players as well? Why is it only the Padres who take that hit? I don't get where the projection systems are coming on some of these teams.
The A's higher.
Yeah.
The Rays higher. So again, higher.
Pirates are significantly higher.
I can see not being in a division with the Dodgers, not being in a league with the Dodgers can maybe help you mathematically, but that doesn't explain why the Diamondbacks are projected to have a better chance than the Padres.
People really believing in the Giants this year. I mean, really believing they've got them at 1.3%. So again, but you look to the very top, the number is staggering. Imagine going into the season on a team with a 27.3% chance to win the World Series. 27.3. The next closest, the hot Atlanta Braves at 9.5%. Mariners at 8.3. Then the Mets, not buying. Yankees 5.8. Tigers 5.5. Phillies 4.8. Blue Jays 4.3. Kind of some of the usual suspects up there. Pod's really down the list, which again, look, it's such a long season. You're not going to look at this if you're Jackson, Maryland, and be like, I'll show you guys. It's a long year. We'll see how it plays out, see who stays healthy. Health is a huge factor in all of this, but I was a little surprised that the data, this isn't emotions. This isn't Bob Nightingale's list or Jim Bowden's list. I
don't think anyone has it out for the San Diego Padres.
I don't think so. How can you have it out for somebody when you plug in the numbers and you use your system and it spits this out? My guess is, I'm looking at this going, they're going to be better than the Diamondbacks, in my opinion.
I've seen multiple people say already today that they say rookie manager is the reason for the low projections.
So Tony Vitello is a rookie manager. He's never even played in the big leagues. Never rode a bus in his life. He's going to have a better year with arguably worse players.
I mean, who did the Giants? Harrison Bader, a couple of back end of the rotation pitchers.
Bro, their rotation, they added Adrian Hauser and
Tyler Molly.
Right. I mean, okay, like serviceable guys for sure, but they didn't go out and shock the world.
We're sure Griffin Canning's not going to have as good of a season as one of those guys.
Right.
I just don't.
It's tough.
I don't see necessarily. And again, we are talking about fractions of a fraction in terms of, 81 versus 82 versus 79 versus 80 wins.
But it sure doesn't feel like going from Schilt to new manager, first-time manager Stammen is worth 11 losses or, 11 less wins.
Exactly.
That seems a little much.
Especially when you have Ruben as your assistant manager and you have, all the guys. You bring most of your guys back. Yeah, new hitting philosophy. I don't know. Call me a homer, call me whatever you want. I looked at this and go, what? Why are we being down there lumped with teams like the Reds, the Guardians, who did nothing? The Cardinals, the Marlins, the Angels, the White Sox, the Nationals, and Rockies. Padres right down there.
I can see them taking
the Rays and the A's have a better chance of winning.
Like I can see a world in which they win less than 90 games, like win fewer games this year than they did last season. I can see a world in which that happens. But yeah, the some of the other teams with better chances, that's confusing. They've got them finishing 4th in the division right now.
Maybe they did bake in Mike Schilt's 90 wins. He's never lost below 90 or never won fewer than 90 games any year that he's managed. Maybe. Yeah. But anyway, I don't see. It's hard for me to see Craig Stammen torpedoing like 12 games. You're like, I'm sorry, I just rookie mistake. Like, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be rough sometimes. But there's rough nights for everybody.
Safety valves here. Like,
yeah.
Craig, we actually need 9 guys in our lineup. You've only put 7 in. We're going to forfeit this one, unfortunately.
Like you
don't know what you're doing.
Taylor's basketball coach leaving 4 guys on the court for like 15 minutes.
Hey, Craig.
You have 4 guys. Oh, where's the other one? He's over with his parents.
Craig, Fernando can't bat back to back, right?
Right.
He has to wait his turn and he'll come back again and 8 hitters.
I'm confused.
I'm still shut up, Purple. He said turd polishers putting in work. I just don't understand it. It's not even so much about the Padres. It's about the teams that are like right above us. I'm like, that you're giving the Twins a better chance to win the World Series. I know that they play in a division, the Central, which is fine. But again, they got the Tigers, they got Fromber, they got good players. The Guardians are, they always find a way.
Like for the first year in a long time. And
why do I feel so excited about this year and all the projections?
For the first year in a long time. And the Padres have made the playoffs 4 of the last 6 years. I'm not going into the year like praying at least 3 guys have miracle seasons.
I feel the same way. That feels solid.
I feel like they're solid other than, maybe 5th starter, which I don't know who it's going to be and how it's going to look. Otherwise, I just be who you are.
Let's go play.
Like if the guys who are on this roster just go out and kind of be who they are. No one has to have career years. They just have to have normal, decent years of what I'm kind of expecting, which is what I would think a projection system is all about. Like, no, we're not predicting that this guy is an MVP. I'm just saying to go out and have your normal season. I think the Padres are a pretty darn good team.
What do they have the odds?
I don't know what I'm missing.
What do they have the odds to make the playoffs? Probably
Fangraphs, 20 something.
Pull that up because I want to see if those
make the playoffs. 22.1.
Okay. What do they have the Twins at?
26.6.
What do they have the Giants at?
37.4.
What? The Giants are almost twice as likely to make the playoffs.
What do they have the Diamondbacks at?
32.
You're effing kidding. I just do not see it. Corbin Carroll is out. He's out for a while. Like he's got a hamate. Like
Dodgers have a 99%, Giants at 37.4%, Diamondbacks 32% chance to make the playoffs, Padres 22.1, and the Rockies
0.
The Rockies.
I'm hanging a 20. I'm hanging a 22.1 in the locker room, dude, and being like, "This is what they think of you guys." That's crazy, man.
I mean,
that's crazy.
Without even thinking about analytics and looking at any deep dive number projections, anything like that. I look at the roster right now today, and I go, 85, 86.
Yes.
Go hot, win a couple extra games. Maybe they drop a couple extra games, but somewhere right in there. I mean, I don't know that I would have started with a 7.
I need an impartial mind. Like I need somebody that's impartial. I need, Saris
text
at
right
some
now.
point.
All right,
Say
let's
79 and 83. Is that
let's check
ridiculous?
traffic. We'll follow up on the numbers and what we're missing. I also want to talk a little bit more about Nick Castellanos. Is this a riskier gamble than maybe we have been talking about the last couple of days? We'll get to that after traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Speaking of water, we've had numerous accidents on our very wet roadways this morning, guys. Fresh blocking the fast lane westbound 8 El Cajon Boulevard. Now, I can't confirm anything, but it's disappeared off my screen. So it looks like north and southbound 805 may have reopened to eastbound 8 connector. Yeah, overnight fatal accident had that shut down all morning, but looks like you can now access that north and southbound 805 to eastbound 8. Vehicle facing the wrong way over to the right shoulder, northbound 15 just past Friars Road. And we've got southbound 15 past Valley Parkway. Some sort of debris reported in the fast lane. Yeah, speaking of debris, these heavy winds and stuff have been blowing stuff all over the place. So just a good idea to be extra alert, keep your speeds down out there. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods. I think the transition from the Phillies to the Padres has gone pretty smoothly so far for Nick Castellanos. Everyone seemed pretty happy to have him in Peoria as part of Padres camp. But I was reading this morning. Remember Jason Stark does that off-season poll of executives and coaches and managers, anonymous poll.
Yep.
And he put it out a couple of weeks ago, but he added a question this year that he didn't include, and he wrote about it this morning. He said, for the first time ever, I asked them all, who's the biggest subtraction? Like, which team is the best off by getting rid of a player?
Yep.
And even though this happened weeks ago, before the Phillies had actually gotten rid of him, the most common answer was Nick Castellanos. And every executive going, I know he's still on the team, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be gone.
Wow.
And getting rid of Nick Castellanos is going to help the Phillies more than losing any other player in baseball is going to help any other team.
Man.
And I got, really? Was it that bad?
So the John Marks interview yesterday, if you missed it here on Ben and Woods, was right around this time. Talked to our pal from Philly. And he laid it out. He goes, year one, did and said the right things. I read that piece about him too that said, he's a Miami guy. He wanted to be near Miami. The Phillies gave him a ton of money. Couldn't really turn it down. Took it. Things went okay. Things went pretty well for him. He got some massive hits for them in the postseason. They never won the ultimate prize. So
Been there the last 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years, 3 full seasons with the Phillies. And John told us too, like, hey man, by year 4, it's probably time to go. Which, okay.
So you're going to love him on a 1-year deal.
Which is exactly what we have him for, which is fine by me. So one man's trash is another man's treasure. Oftentimes in sports, we've seen it, I don't know, 1 billion times. Guy gets a fresh start, has a chip on his shoulder, wants to play hard, try to win a World Series. Great. I hope it works out. If it doesn't, it costs us $780,000, which is a literal drop in the bucket for a baseball team in 2026. So, Ben,
if it doesn't work out, how much damage does he do?
What kind of damage?
I don't know. That's what I'm curious about as well. What risks am I maybe missing here that cause a bunch of executives to just pile on
these guys are
dirt on Nick Castellanos as he's walking out the door in Philly?
Well, it's the old school. The executives going, you can't talk to a manager that way, right? You can't challenge a manager. I saw a guy from Philly yesterday. He did an interesting little piece. I meant to send it to you guys on Instagram. He's like, I want to talk about the real problem. He goes, the real problem, and I'm just repeating what I heard. The real problem was Rob Thompson. He goes, Nick Castellanos played 256 games in a row, okay? Guy does not come out of games. Never has pulled him ever for defensive purposes. He's in Miami. He's got 1 million family and friends in the stands. He had a grand slam the night before. It's in the 8th inning. 3-1 lead against the last place Marlins. And all of a sudden, Rob Thompson's like, we're pulling you. Nick was upset. He's playing in front of his friends and family. He got pulled, did a grand slam the night before, had to knock that game. There was really no reason. Put in Max Kepler. Max Kepler made a decent play. But a run scored, ended up tying the game because Max Kepler was a lefty. Like he had all this breakdown. He goes, this is on Rob Thompson. Like Rob didn't need to do it.
But was it communicated to Nick
And
Castellanos beforehand?
No.
Like, hey,
The guy had never. He hadn't gotten pulled out of games.
see, that's the biggest thing for a manager, and something that I think Craig Stammen's going to be really good at is that
communication.
you have to tell a guy beforehand. Don't pull the rug out from under him. It's absolutely the manager's discretion to take a guy out of the game, but if you have a guy like Nick Castellanos who's not used to it and you didn't say anything and all of a sudden you blindsided him with it,
right?
That's on the manager.
It's on the manager.
That is on. Now, can Nick Castellanos react better to that?
100%.
Privately in the office, have a discussion with his manager later? Yes. And he didn't handle it the way he should have handled it.
Bavakofina says one man's trash is almost always just trash. It's just not the case in baseball. It's just not. Max Muncy. Think about all the relievers that AJ Preller has rescued from the depths of hell to bring here that were dominant guys that he plucked out of garbage piles. It's the case in baseball. That's what we're hoping for on a 1 year with Nick Castellanos.
By the way, the Padres aren't the only team in town with Doomers. Aztecs Doomers out in force after last night's loss.
Oh, he's right here.
We will talk about that coming up next. Hour number 2 of Benno Woods next on 97.3 The Fan. Officially, welcome to the Padres. Griffin Canning signed his deal yesterday and is in camp for the first time this morning. Got some sound from Griffin Canning that we can play for you a little bit later, courtesy of our Sammy Levitt, who will join us at 7:35, spring training. Sammy, day in, day out coverage from Padres spring training at the Peoria Sports Complex. We're just 2 days away from the first game against the Seattle Mariners on Friday afternoon from Peoria Stadium.
Yeah, I mean,
it's crazy.
Based on the Fangraph reports, we're going to lose 14-1.
Apparently.
Craig Stammen's going to have Jake Cronenworth pitching, and it's going to look like one of those old 97.3 The Fan lineups that used to come out. You know, Eric Hosmer at short, Will Myers on the bump.
Three catchers.
Remember those?
Yeah.
The best.
Got to avenge the Vetter Cup loss on Friday.
We don't.
No.
We really don't.
Really don't.
Hey, shout out to our boss, Adam. He's flying back to Atlanta. He's a new uncle. Congratulations,
yes.
Kluger. I wrote, Tony Gwynn Jr. wrote back, be the cool uncle. Is Adam the cool? Is there any way that Adam is the cool uncle?
Uncles are, I think, inherently kind of cool. I've had good uncles.
I've had good uncles, too. I got great uncles.
I've never met, I don't know anything about Adam's brother.
Me neither.
Do you think Adam's brother is a cooler uncle to Adam's children than Adam will be to his brother's son or daughter?
I need to see a picture of him. Is that weird? I need to see a picture of what he looks like.
Adam's brother?
Yeah. Because if he looks like Adam, it could be just like an uncool off. Like, let's see who can be the most uncool uncle. I don't picture Adam as a cool uncle. I just don't.
When did everybody start being referred to as Unc?
I don't know. I like it.
I know it in the Bear. They said it a lot.
Mhm.
Unc.
Yeah,
Unc.
it's been around for a while.
Been around.
But yeah, it's a little newer to me that everyone's being called Unc.
It's all right. Adam's the congratulations to your family. He's a new uncle. That's all right. Is that fly across the country worthy? If it's his first kid, I'd say it is.
So he told me that this is his second nephew. He hasn't even met his first one yet.
Wow. Okay.
Who's like a year old.
So he's like, I got to get out.
I got to get out there and meet all the nephews. Now I
Gotta
got
get
two. It's probably worth a trip across the country.
Hey, do you have to keep crying like that? It's gonna be great.
Uncle's a role that's hard to mess up. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, parents, tons of responsibility. Grandparents, not quite as much, but still,
Yeah, a lot.
you're pretty involved.
Yeah.
Uncle, it's really whatever you want it to be.
Fly by night.
Yeah. I mean, drop in once every 3 years with a present. You're probably doing a pretty good job as uncle.
Yeah.
There's not much to it.
Well, congratulations to our boss, Adam, and his new nephew. Did you want to talk Aztecs?
I
You want to
did.
continue to
No,
talk Padres?
I want to talk a little Aztecs. And Paulie joined the Doomers group. Last night was a bad game for the
I've
Aztecs.
been in the Doomer group for most of the season, I think, but last night was kind of the nail in the coffin, I think, for the season.
Not gonna lie, it was a costly 10-point loss to Grand Canyon. Get swept by a team that is only metrically so. It's not as bad as the Troy loss, but it's another home loss, their first home loss in conference. It's going to be a mountain to overcome. Now,
The Mountain West. to
yeah,
overcome.
well, okay. So the one thing that I disagreed with is that eliminates them from any at-large contention. If they win their last 5 games in the Mountain West, including Utah State, at New Mexico, UNLV, at Boise State, at Colorado State, they'll climb back into comfortable at-large territory, going into the Mountain West tournament. I just don't know that any team can win those 5 games.
Have they been at all this season in comfortable at-large
no,
territory?
but
Not once.
That would be 3 quad 1 wins down the stretch. That would put them in comfortable territory. What they've been missing all year are those quad 1 wins. They didn't get any in non-conference. They only had one so far in conference play, and they may have lost that one last night because Nevada on the road, their only quad 1 win. Yep. Nevada lost to San Jose State last night, which is they were like 59 in the net. That is going to go torpedoing down, which could turn the lone quad 1 win the Aztecs have into a quad 2 win, unfortunately, which means their resume is starting to get very thin. So they have to win these games coming forward to have a chance. If they do, then yeah, I think they can get back into it. I just don't know that any team in the Mountain West with the travel and everything, is going to be able to sweep 5 games like that and win the conference, which makes it, this was one you had to have so you could drop the game at New Mexico.
Yeah, favored by.
You could lose at Boise State in a close one and it not be a devastating loss. But now you've given yourself pretty much no margin for error the rest of the season, or you have to win the Mountain West tournament, obviously, in Las Vegas.
I think they were already at that point heading into last night. I think they're already at, you pretty much have to win out.
Well, we said like 3 games ago, they probably need to go 7-1. All right, now they're 2-1 and they've got 5 left or whatever. So they have the loss. That we gave them 1 loss. They just spent it in a really bad way.
I don't think that you were expecting that to be the 1 loss, though.
Yes, but that means their wins would be better if they get them. So it's not over. It's just a really tough road. Now, why did they lose?
Listen, if you are. Just so you know, guys, he does this with every team, not just the Padres. Just so you know.
I'm just trying to be logical. I'm giving you my logical take on it.
But he does it with every team. Listen, at the end of the day, they're favored by 8.5 at home. I flipped it on with 2:35 in the first. I'd get the kids down. I put it on, and I go, Ben had text. He goes, God, these guys just do not look good. As soon as I put it on with 2:35, they look like the greatest basketball team on the planet.
Phenomenal stretch at the end of the first half. Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I thought to myself, I bet you they don't want to. I bet they wish it wasn't halftime right now, because that's what kind of run they were on. They couldn't miss. The defense was staggering. They did the Tay Simmons with the jam. The alley-oop was unbelievable. Miles Bird with a clutch jump ball. It was unbelievable, man. They played their asses off. And then the bell rings, and they got to go into the locker room. Second half starts, and it's like, oh, I texted you guys. I go, this isn't good. These guys are running running all over the court right now. It's terrible. I saw, what I saw, man? I saw a lot of ill-advised shots, and I know nothing about basketball, but I saw a lot of ill-advised shots, Benny, and quick shots when there didn't need to be one. I saw a little bit of disinterest from a couple of players, and I just saw a little bit of panic. GCU is extremely athletic. I was just blown away with how athletic they are. They're tough to defend.
They're tough. They're big. But they're fast.
They're chucking up threes. They're going in. What'd they end up? 7 for 19? Yeah. They started at 500. They were like 4 for 8 in the first half. But I actually shut it off with about 5 minutes left. I go, this is out of hand. This is ugly.
So teams are going to have off nights, and the Aztecs had a bad night, and unfortunately, Reese Dixon Waters had a bad game.
Yep.
Magoon Guath had a bad game. BJ Davis had a bad game. You can't survive all 3 of those guys. Miles Bird actually was the only one who had a decent game. 18 points, maybe only 3 3-pointers the Aztecs made. They were 0 for 9, I think, on threes, other than Miles Bird shooting them. You're just not going to win many games playing that poorly with that many guys having an off night. And it's basketball. That will happen. The problem is, you said it as well. Halftime came at a bad spot. Bryce Drew, the coach at Grand Canyon, said, we needed halftime. Halftime kind of saved us. Like, if it hadn't happened, we might have gotten run off the court, but we were able to get back into the locker room, regroup, and come out. And then in the second half, as you said, just sloppy. Looked like the ball was covered in butter. Reese couldn't even hold on to it. 13 turnovers, which is way too many, especially in a home game in front of your own fans. Way too many turnovers. The shots weren't looking good from just about anyone. BJ Davis wasn't hitting anything at all.
What happened, man? Because we talked about it before the show started. I said, if you had sat Brian Dutcher down, at the beginning of the year, he had to be overflowing with pride, confidence, hope with what this team had. You remember the feeling of elation when Miles Bird said, I'm coming back. Magoon Guath says, I'm coming back. You're like, who's beating this team? This team is a Sweet 16 at a minimum, you felt like, with all those guys coming back and then the guys he recruited. It just hasn't worked.
As it turned out,
2023 Padres.
So as it turned out, the return of Miles Bird and Magoon Guath, as celebrated as that news was, hurt the Aztecs in multiple ways. First, they had already brought in transfers to replace them. Unfortunately, those transfers have not played well. Maybe because, they thought they'd have a different role because they weren't expecting Guath and and Miles Burt to be there. But Jeremiah Odin, Sean Newman, have never really gotten totally into the sync with the Aztecs. So that's two players that you're playing that haven't really been contributing for you. And then Miles Burt and Magoon Guath have not been as good as you expected as well. So now, all of a sudden, that's four guys, almost half your roster, not contributing the way that you thought.
Yep.
Any basketball team's going to have a down season when half of your roster is not doing what you expected them to be doing. Reese Dixon Waters has played better in the second half of the season. He had 14 straight double-digit games. That ended last night. Worst time. If Waters has a decent game, they may pull out a close win. But he had a bad game on a bad night when the Aztecs needed him to have a good game. B.J. Davis has been really good, but he's kind of hit a slump in the second half of the season where he hasn't been quite as good. And it all came together last night and probably – I don't know, it was as bad as the Troy, but close to their worst performance of the season.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. So it feels cooked right now, unless, and Miles Burt talked about, listen, we know we've got the tournament. We can still win the tournament. So it's a tall road, a long road ahead.
It's the get out of jail free card in college basketball.
Yep.
No other sport that, maybe soccer leagues might have it, but it's not really typical to have that option where you're like, hey, this season has not gone the way we wanted, but
we pull it together for a weekend.
If we can just have the 3 best days of the season, 3 straight days in March, we're fine. Can you imagine the Padres mathematically eliminated in mid-August and going, hey, if we just win the NL West division at the end of September, though, we can get into the playoffs.
Yeah, the NL West tournament. The NL West tournament on a weekend, we can still get in. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
So, if you're looking for hope and you're an Aztecs fan, I would say this. If you can get LZ Harrington back healthy, if Guath can get in any sort of rhythm, like we saw 2 games ago, not last night, and you can go on a run in the Mountain West tournament. I remember we saw Connecticut. They weren't going to be in the tournament a few years ago. They won 5 games in 5 days in the Big East tournament and then 6 straight to win a national title.
Crazy.
San Jose State's not winning the national title, but they have enough talent that if everyone was coming together and playing well at the end of the season, they could win the Mountain West tournament and probably win a couple of games in the NCAA tournament as well.
Teams would be afraid of them if they were rolling. And Reese was putting up 24, 25 points. Magoon Guath was blocking everything that comes his way.
Is that likely to happen?
Locked in.
Right now, I would say that's very unlikely to happen, but they still have the talent to be able to do that and the time to be able to turn things around and come together at the end of the season. What they can't do now is get anything more than, win them all, and maybe you sneak in as a 10 or an 11 seed. If you don't win the Mountain West tournament, it's not going to be an easy road. It's not going to be what we thought it was going to be, maybe a single-digit seed at the beginning of the season, a team that could challenge for the Sweet 16 or the Elite 8. That's not going to happen anymore, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
it's a bummer of a season for Brian Dutcher.
It is.
Ray says in the chat here a couple minutes ago, I think you're just describing a mid-team, and
it's very possible.
I can't totally disagree with that. I think I told you guys this morning, I said they are a team that at times can play good, but they're not a good team.
Yeah. I mean,
it's fair.
We've seen it here.
And I can't explain it.
We've seen it in San Diego plenty. We've seen it plenty. All the pieces.
Yes, occasionally we've seen glimpses where everybody's firing, everything looks good. Yeah, their last game.
That last 2-minute 35 was some of the best most inspired basketball I've seen.
But they don't
years.
play it anywhere near consistent enough to call them a good team.
Now, I will say, I heard Dutch talking after the game. Calm, collected, took responsibility, said, hey, I need to do a better job, getting our offense in the right place. Coaches need to take responsibility. Said, we will move on from this. It's time to think ahead to the next game. Other college coaches are not handling their seasons as well. We had one yesterday, and don't do this, from Kansas State. Today, we have another college basketball coach that's going to be in the don't do this crosshairs in our next segment.
It's a double don't do this. I mean, really, he screwed up in game and screwed up post game. It's incredible audio.
I don't know if we're going to get to it in the next segment, but Tony Clark.
I think we can get to a little update on the Tony Clark situation as well.
My God, what an update.
That is all coming up next. Ben and Woods continuing here after a check of traffic on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, let me tell you about my new investment advisors at Trajan Wealth. We spent a lot of time talking about preparation in sports, game plans, adjustments, knowing what could go wrong. But a lot of people head into retirement without anything close to that kind of plan. Between inflation, rising healthcare costs, market volatility, and just the cost of living here in San Diego, it's no surprise retirement is stressful. That's why Trajan Wealth exists. TRAJAN Wealth.com. Trajan Wealth works with people who want clarity instead of guesswork. Their fiduciary advisors help build personalized retirement and investment strategies based on your goals and your comfort level, because one size never fits all. They're local too, offices in San Diego, Carlsbad, and Del Mar, so they understand what it really costs to live here and retire here. If you've ever thought about getting a second opinion, or for me, really a first opinion on your finances, it's an easy place to start. You can learn more at TRAJANwealth.com or just pick up the phone and call 619-367-0207. That's 619-367-0207. When you're ready, everything starts at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Just a few minutes away from spring training. Sammy, an early visit from Peoria coming up at the bottom of the hour. First, though, it's time for Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
And kind of enjoy the audio from this story.
You will. You will. But double Don't Do This for UCLA head basketball coach Mick Cronin. So, by all accounts, Stephen Jamerson II is one of the best kids. Just a great, great kid on and off the court, the whole bit. Well, they're getting blown out by Michigan State. Carson Cooper goes up on a dunk attempt. Stephen Jamerson II for UCLA goes up to try to block the shot, ends up being a flagrant foul. And Mick Cronin ejects his own player. Now, normally, the referee will say that, that's a flagrant 2, you're out.
Right.
In
this case, it was just one technical. He could have stayed in.
He could have stayed in the game. And his own coach grabbed him, pulled him, pointing. Jamerson's going, what? What do you want? He's like, to the locker room you go. Go. Sends the guy off the court, sends this message, right? So, all right, coaches do weird stuff. We know that. It's coaching the young man. I guess that can be explained away. And then the post-game audio happens. And somebody said, he's talking like a man that knows he'd be owed $22.5 million if he got fired. So taking that into account, listen to
so
this.
they're playing in a hostile environment.
Yeah,
Michigan State.
Yep.
The Izzone is their student section for Tom Izzo. Could it have gotten in the heads of the players? I think this is a reasonable line of questioning, but Mick Cronin did not.
Yeah, Bob Chesney asks Mick Cronin a question.
What was your thought in the student section chanting Booker's name?
I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section.
I just meant overall the way that you
I would like to give you a kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Did you like
You should take it.
the preparation of the?
Do you really think I care about the other
No,
team's
I don't.
student
I don't
section?
think you care about the other.
Are you raising your voice at me?
No, I'm.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
What?
Come
Oh
on,
my
dude.
God.
No reason.
Come on. Yes, you are. Everybody's standing here listening to you. Everybody, this is on camera. They can hear you.
Gaslight.
I answered the question. I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section. I coach UCLA. I don't care about Michigan State students. I mean, who cares?
The preparation.
Are you
That is
raising your voice?
That is a man who is going through it.
Whoa.
It's to watch the video, too. He looks like he plays the
I
tough.
thought he was messing
tough
with him
guy.
at first.
Yeah.
And I don't think that
He's
now.
not. I feel like Nick Castellanos is going to do that to Ben next week.
I'd like to give you
Raising your
kudos.
voice
Are you raising?
For
I'd
the
like to
ask-
give you
for
kudos.
asking the worst question I've ever heard.
Are you raising your voice at me? Are you yelling at me? What can I hear it again? It's that good.
Happily.
What was your thought in the student section chanting Booker's name?
I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section.
Fine.
I just meant overall the way that you.
I would like to give you a kudos for the worst question I've ever been asked.
All right.
Did you like
You should take it.
the preparation of the?
Do you really think I care about the other
No,
team's
I don't.
student
I don't
section?
think you care about the
Are
other.
you raising your voice at me?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you are. Yeah, you are.
It's unreal.
Come on, dude.
No reason.
Come on. Yes, you are. Everybody's standing here listening to you. Everybody, this is on camera. They can hear you. I answered the question. I could give a rat's ass about the other team's student section. I coach UCLA. I don't care about Michigan State students. I mean, who cares?
He's on.
Can
It's
we get on my
unbelievable.
high horse for a second?
Sure.
I hate that it's always on the reporter to be the professional one in these situations.
Right.
Coaches can disrespect, talk poorly,
Down to.
talk down at like that. Like, I would have had no problem if that reporter was like, "Hey, what's your effing problem?
what's your
guy?
problem?
You got a problem?
Hey,
like,
Shrimp-
it's
hey,
not my- I didn't lose that game.
Hey, Shrimp, I'm not the one that got blown out there.
yeah, I
Fucking-
hate that.
That would be unprofessional, but so was what Mick Cronin did.
At some point, he gets old.
By the way, I will
So
point
tired.
out his legal name, Michael Walter Cronin, which means Mick
Is a
is a
nickname.
Mick name.
That's right. That's right. Mick is a Mick name. That was the most gaslighting. I mean, it was just crazy. Are you yelling at me? No, I actually wasn't. Yeah, you were. Everyone heard it. You got
Chris,
cameras here.
Reporters also don't stand up for each other.
They don't.
In this day and age. Like,
They don't.
Profession is cooked. I couldn't agree more.
I know. 100%.
I wish everyone else would have been like, dude, calm down.
So what you relax, dude?
If you don't want to do this, fine. We have a job to do, but if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
100%.
Because you're acting like a jerk right now.
Yeah, I like that he said, I don't give a rat's ass about it. It's fantastic, dude. Fantastic audio for Don't Do This. Mick. It was the first thing I saw when I woke up this morning. Was that.
Same. I was like,
and I went,
whoa,
okay.
whoa.
I had not heard the audio. I saw him dragging his player off the court and banishing him to the
that
locker
was
room.
nothing compared to later.
Unbelievable.
Meanwhile, let's give an update on what was breaking news yesterday morning. The reports that Tony Clark was stepping down as the executive director of the MLB Players Association. Timing couldn't really be worse with, the CBA coming up. And I mean, they've been planning years for these negotiations with the owners. So what exactly happened? We knew that the union had already kind of been was being investigated for potential financial improprieties.
Yep.
And we thought, well, did it come back to Tony Clark? But in the course of that investigation and the union's internal inquiry, they also found out that Tony Clark was having an inappropriate relationship with his sister-in-law, who was also being employed by the union at the same time.
God, all right. Do we know yet?
No, the whole internet was wondering.
Yeah.
The question.
Yeah. Was a hot dog a sandwich?
Which is worse?
Brother's sister or sister's wife?
Sister's wife?
Brother's wife or sister, wife's sister. Sorry.
Reset.
Brother's wife or wife's sister. They're both your sister-in-law.
Correct.
I don't think we ever got clarification. Someone knows.
Is one worse than the other in your mind?
I think so.
I think
Really?
so too.
Yeah.
Hold on. Brother's wife or wife's sister. I got to go with wife's sister on that.
Oh, no.
No,
I think
I'm
brother's
the other
wife
way.
is worse.
That's your brother.
That's your wife's sister.
That's your blood. That's your brother. You've known him
But
much longer than you've known your wife.
Neither of them good. But
brother's wife. You guys think brother's wife?
well, your wife's sister's probably, I don't know, looks like your wife a little bit. It's kind of similar to your wife. And you can sort of kind of see that and explain it away a little bit.
I don't know that I would have went with that logic, but go on, please.
I don't know. I mean, what's your logic?
It's your wife's sister is my logic. That's all I can say. I really don't have a good.
It's your brother's wife. I'm not really saying one's really much better or worse than the other. They're both pretty
saw that
awful.
movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, Brothers, and it shocked me. Remember, one goes off to war.
Oh my gosh.
It was jarring. Maybe I will change my vote based on that. It was with brother's sister. That was pretty gnarly.
No, brother's
wife. I'm sorry. Brother's sister would be your sister. Would be tough. That's fine in Mississippi, but not in the rest of the world. But
That's either way.
They're both awful.
They're
both terrible.
That is a tough conversation when you have to explain to your wife when you get home.
Hey, by the by, I'm out of a job.
So you didn't really like me making all that money, right? Or I didn't. No, you didn't think that wasn't that great. Well, here's the thing. There's been a change. I'm no longer working for the PA, and here's why.
What's your guess, though? My guess, I'm going to go with my guess is.
I know
my
he has a
guess,
brother.
It was okay. My guess is going to be wife's sister. That's my guess.
Do women really like the Snow White beard thing?
I think it looks cool.
Emmett Smith's got it too.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like it on me.
No, but if I look like Tony Clark,
there's no contrast in my face. So I think
it looks good on him.
I think it's badass.
You have to have darker skin to make the Snow White beard
100%.
work like that.
Yeah, you can't look like Edward from Twilight and have a white beard like me. So is it brother's wife? Brother's wife. I just don't know. It's a bad look. And again, they had to have an emergency meeting. They have to name the new head by today at noon or something. So guys like Jake
I think
Cronenworth,
like their head lawyer is going to take over on an interim basis with Bruce Meyer. But I saw a lot of takes. One was this is going to mean there's no chance they're going to get a CBA done. There's definitely going to be a work stoppage.
That's not true.
But I don't know that affects it one way or the other. Or if it does, I don't know if it helps the process, hurts the process.
Well, if the guy
don't have any idea.
If the guy was under investigation anyway, and it sounds like he was, there were some improprieties. You get somebody with a cleaner record or whatever in there, somebody that the owners feel comfortable with as well. Like, I don't know, maybe it's good. Maybe inherently it's a good thing. The owners are giddy about this. I can promise you that. They're looking for any crack you can find, and that's a big one. So, but again, it's February. Got it done. Like it's out. It's over now, and you've got 10 months until the CBA expires, and hold a good thought that they can get something on the table and we don't miss baseball games.
As Yokel points out, Tony Clark, one of the best high school athletes ever in San Diego County history. Multiple sports, great basketball player.
Must be nice.
El Cajon was fantastic.
A pretty good major league career. He hit 250 homers, man. Yeah.
I looked him up yesterday when this was all going down. It said here he went to Valhalla, then he transferred to Christian High School, where he averaged 43.7 points a game in basketball his senior year.
God.
That is
40.
That's not even the sport he pursued.
Yeah, crazy.
That's hard to do in like 7-minute quarters or 6-minute quarter. What do they play in high school?
All right. And finally, some good news, everybody. I know.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
I know Mrs. Woods is elated right now. Michaela Schifrin, good for her. One of the most dominant skiers in history, Ben. But the lights would get way too bright for her when it was the brightest in the Olympics. She would, before today, 0 for 8 at the Winter Games to win a medal. And she won a silver in
12 years ago.
12 years ago. 0 for 8 since, including did not finish 3 events 4 years ago. The mental health issues that came up then. She's back. She won a gold medal today, and it was just incredible. So congratulations to Michaela Schifrin for overcoming a lot of the odds, man, and won a gold medal when the lights were brightest. And
got it in her signature event, too. She's probably the best slalom racer in history. I think it would have been disappointing for her not to finish her career with a gold medal in that event.
Pretty
so that
cool.
was huge. Also, San Diego won a gold medal yesterday in monobob. Alana Myers-Taylor from Oceanside is the gold medal. 41 years old. Oldest ever female gold medalist at the Winter Olympics.
Wow.
6-time medalist overall, but her first gold. It's the bobsled for one, the monobob.
Love it.
Instead of the 2-man or the 4-man, this is just the 1-woman monobob.
That was
I like saying monobob.
I know, we can tell.
Say it again.
Monobob.
There you go.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Quick, my buddy Cameron just chimed in. He said, I think he makes a good point. He goes, both situations are really messed up to your wife, but only one of those is also super messed up to your brother.
Mm-hmm. It's tough. You can kind of move on from her family at some point, but if it's your family, that's a lifelong problem.
Yeah.
Good point. All right, let's
Clark, man.
Let's get out to spring training. Peoria, Sammy Levitt got a chance to meet another new Padre this morning, Griffin Canning. What were the first impressions of a new Padres pitcher? We'll get to that and more coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
You know, radio's a funny business, man. You hear the word eco water on this radio station a lot. You hear it from me. You hear it from Sammy talking about the post game or whatever. You hear eco water a lot. I got a DM yesterday because he goes, "Hey, what's the name of that water system you use again?" I said, "It's eco water, brother."
So got them drugs.
Yeah, I've been telling you about it for many, many years. We've got the eco water system in our home. Reiterate the name for you once more. It's eco water. They are the best in the business, the best water you can put in your body. And, it comes out of every single faucet in your home. I laugh and say I can drink my sink water, my shower water. I absolutely can, and I have, and I will, and I'll continue to do so. You deserve the best water. Your family deserves the best water. No microplastics, anything like that. They bring the soft life right to your kitchen sink with mineral-rich alkaline water. Balances your pH, fuels your body every single day. No plastic, no poison, just satisfaction every single time. We've got it here at the office, too. I'm covered, absolutely covered with Eco Water. 760-350-3338, 760-350-3338, or just go to ecowatersocal.com. Let them know Woodsy from 97.3 The Fan sent you, please. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. They've been keeping it soft at Eco Water since 1925. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is
About to head out to Padre Spring Training in Peoria. All of Sammy Levitt's coverage brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. What's happening in the middle of the week in Peoria? We'll find out right after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This President's Day traffic report is brought to you by local and veteran-owned Manny Sedano Ford in La Mesa. Okay, President's Day is past, but I guess they still want me to read this. Guys, it's a crazy ride on most of our freeways this morning. Let me talk about the North County bit here. Southbound side of the 15, looks like a crash has cleared near the 76, but we got this one near Old Highway 395, 2 vehicles over the right shoulder. Another crash up ahead being cleared right around the 56. Also, eastbound 56 accident has cleared near Rancho Penasquitos. Seeing a little residual there. We still have this accident on eastbound 78 right before Los Posas. That is being cleared out of lanes. And westbound side of the 78, an accident clearing near Nordal Road. Continue to take it extra carefully out there, guys. And we got some very windy conditions, blowing stuff all over the place, so be extra alert. President John Quincy Adams said, if your actions inspire others, you are a leader. Lead the way in a 2026 Explorer for $449 a month and $1 down. Visit Manny's team today for more details about these offers. Head to SedanoFord.com. Kelly Danick with Ben Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station. 97.3 The Fan.
All right, let's go out to the Padres Spring Training Complex in Peoria, Arizona, where we are joined by Sam Levitt on the back patio. Looks like still another nice day. You're missing all this rain that we're getting out here in San Diego, Sammy.
No rain. It is a little colder this morning in Peoria, so we were up bright and early, had a very early clubhouse time, but you're right. No rain. It's been pretty dry. It did rain overnight a couple of days ago, which made some of the fields a little bit wet, but it has been pretty good weather so far. Certainly better than stretches of last year and in years past where it's been really, really cold. It's chillier this morning, but should warm up as the day moves along.
That little bit of rain, though, led to one of my favorite videos that you've posted. Tell everybody about the competition that went on at the Peoria Sports Complex.
Yeah, it was cool yesterday. Really something I've never seen before here in Peoria. And the infield on field 2, I want to say, was a little wet. Might have also been a little wet on field 1. So instead of taking their normal infield, outfield, and ground balls, they went on the new turf area by the bullpens here. And Ryan Goins, the new Padres infield instructor, played a game where essentially he was hitting very high velocity ground balls at close range, and the guys had to either keep it in front of them, they couldn't bobble, and they had to dive for it, and came down to Machado against Bogarts, and it was pretty entertaining. Jake Cronenworth and Xander and everybody claiming that Ryan Goins was making it way too easy on Manny, and the fans were watching. They were really close, so it was unique, and I'll tell you what, Ryan Goins is definitely somebody that is on my list of guys I got to talk to.
Yeah.
Because you look at what he's doing, like, and this is not to say that other infield instructors here haven't done it, but he's just all over the place. Like, he's working with so many guys. He's super high energy. He was super creative, super high energy yesterday with what they were doing with that game. And it's one of those things early in spring to me that very clearly pops off the field from what you're seeing, the work that he's doing and kind of the energy he's bringing. So he did a good job. Seemed like the guys really enjoyed it, and I think it was kind of cool for the fans to see it as well.
Knockout is like the greatest game. We played at every single practice that I run for my little leaguers. It's the competition at the end. most of them end up in tears, and it's fantastic. It's like the greatest thing. Now, I thought he was.
Which Padres cried when they got eliminated, Sammy? Any of them?
Jake Cronenworth was not happy. He was not happy with the inequity in the ground balls that were being given to some of the players.
So nothing changes from little league right on up to the big leagues. Like Manny had to leave his feet a couple times. I actually thought Xander for the win got the candiest hop of all time. Yeah,
he did. And Xander thought he won after Manny bobbled, but then they made it very clear that he had to get out there.
You got to get one clean.
Yes,
like exactly. A spelling bee.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yes,
you have to spell the last one right.
That's
you can't just win on someone else's mistake.
Right, exactly. Dude, it was fun. It was a cool thing, and the fans enjoyed it, and people seem to like it online as well. So one of those rare things you only see during spring training, which I thought was cool.
That's awesome, man. And I saw Griffin Canning is now in camp. We have not played the audio yet. Give us a little brief synopsis of what he had to say about joining the Padres.
Yeah, a few different things to touch on. Number one, he will throw a bullpen tomorrow. Now, as far as his health, obviously last year his numbers with the Mets were very, very good before tearing his left Achilles, and that ended his season. He feels like he's 100% from the mound, much like we've heard from Jason Adam. And, I think he feels like he can be back sooner rather than later. Now he's got to get through different elements of agility, and it sounds like it will be a little bit of a slow play. And we heard May is maybe a target for him already, but he feels good. And from a pitching standpoint, he says he feels 100% already, but much like Jason Adam, different injury with the quad versus the Achilles, he has a hoops to jump through until he's going to be back in a major league game. I thought what was really interesting about what he said, and it is a theme I want to dive into a little bit more while I'm here, and I think you guys probably will touch on it next week as well, is the reputation I think the Padres are getting for working with pitchers. I mean, he said that the track record of guys that have come through here and what they've done here, what they've done working with Ruben Niebla, was a big factor in why he signed here. And you get it with somebody like Canning, who had success last year, is coming off an injury. You almost wonder, is that part of the reason a Walker Buehler is here as well? The fact that there's a long-term track record of the Padres working with guys and getting the best out of them. With Ruben Niebla, he mentioned Sean Manaea. He was with him with the Mets last year, said great things about Ruben. So that sounded like it was a part of the decision as well. So, look, to me, he's a very interesting candidate because, he's not going to be available opening day. But you look at what he did for the Mets last year. He was a bit of a revelation for them until he got hurt. And then his season just ended abruptly. So he's very, very interesting to me. And I think very clearly the reputation the Padres continue to have on the pitching side of things is part of the reason he's here instead of maybe some other places.
Castellanos said the exact same thing, about the way that they treat their position players as well, in talking to Manny and guys like that. And, listen, and I saw a really good tweet from one of our tier ones, Rich, said a segment of the fan base will tell you about how dysfunctional this team is. But if you listen to the players, you'll hear an awful lot about how well this org treats players and the track record for turning guys' careers around, especially pitchers. Yeah. That's an advantage in the market. Agreed, 100%. You'd love AJ to be able to fish from the richer pond. But that being said, man, you really don't have to, I guess, when you have the ability to turn guys' careers around and get something for, nothing, essentially, for some of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, you even look at like Michael King. I mean, the way he came over, and he was somebody who had not started very much. And, Michael King obviously had a lot of talent when he came over, but that was a question, if you recall, heading into the 2024 of like, okay, what is he going to look like as a full-time starting pitcher? He'd never done it. Just saw the end of the year with the Yankees, and he had done well. So, he's a prime example of that. Obviously, you go back a little bit further to guys like Waka and Lugo. I think it's a significant part of why guys sign here, why they want to work with Ruben. And it's on my to-do list to talk about it with AJ Preller as well. Like, does that free him up to, believe that he can, quote unquote, get guys a little bit on the cheap and then extract much more value, right? Maybe you don't feel the pressure of having to give out I know Merrill Kelly was talking the other day, a multi-year deal to a Merrill Kelly, and rather you say, you know what, we might be able to catch lightning in a bottle with one of these guys if we get him working with Ruben. So look, I just think it's interesting to hear a guy say that. And to me, it very much sounded like the track record the Padres have working with guys like a Griffin Canning is significant and why he's here.
Talking to Sammy Levitt from Padres Spring Training in Peoria. And Sam, you've heard Craig Stammen mention the word competition a number of times.
Yeah.
Fifth starter for sure. But where do you actually see like any other competitions on the roster here at spring training? Who's really trying to win either a job or at bats or a bullpen spot? Like what is available on this team right now other than fifth starter? Because
I think that the obviously fifth starter, the maybe the back end of the bullpen, in that final, the bullpen's really crowded.
It is really crowded. I was looking,
really
you get eight bullpen spots, and at least 7 of them I think are pretty locked up, if not like all 8 if everyone's healthy. You can't really send Yuki or Wandy anywhere since they're on long-term deals. And, you get David Morgan and Bradley Rodriguez already, plus your top 4 guys.
Morejon,
Estrada, Miller, and Adam, if he's healthy, that's 8 right there. And then there's Hoeing, and there's Jacob, there's Adcock, there's Dyson Acosta, there's Ron Marinaccio. There's so many guys that can't even make the team.
Woodsy, you sound like you have something to say over there.
Trade.
We talked about that the other day. Yeah, I think if Adam is not on the opening day roster, which I think it's too early to tell if that's going to be reality or not, I think you're probably looking at one spot there, and then you're looking at the bench spots. Like, I find a guy like Ty France really interesting that comes in yesterday and can play multiple positions and has proved before that he can hit in the major leagues. Obviously, it's got more crowded with Castellanos now here and Duhar now here. So, as of a few weeks ago, you had more spots that you thought would be available, but the bench spots as well. And as we, get a little bit deeper and into the games, I think kind of we'll start, breaking down how many spots you're looking at exactly on the position player side. But you're right, Ben, all of a sudden it's gone from you thought there would be kind of a ton of spots available to you can probably narrow it down to a handful of guys that are competing for just a couple of spots.
Quickly got a text from our pal David J yesterday who was out there. He said, I cannot emphasize enough how impressive Tristan McKenzie was. Easy to forget he was a 3-WAR pitcher. Yeah. More recently than Marquez or Buehler or Sears or Canning or anyone else in the mix. Tristan McKenzie. I get it. It's February, but apparently has looked lights out.
Should we make that Sammy's homework assignment?
Tristan McKenzie action.
You should. You should. I have not talked to him yet. It is on my to-do list. I heard that from somebody else as well. Now, I didn't see him throw yesterday, but I heard yesterday he was very impressive from somebody else that is not David J. So on my to-do list, and maybe that's a prime example of what we were talking about of a guy that obviously has done it, and maybe Ruben can find a little bit of magic there. So on my to-do list, and
is great. Yeah.
I heard specifically about his bullpen from somebody else that just he looked really good. Nice. I didn't see it. I was on the other side of the backfields, but I also heard he looked very, very good.
Sammy, appreciate it. We'll talk to you tomorrow. You might even get some Friday starters or pitchers out of Craig Stammen here in the next day or so.
We'll see. Yep,
Sam Levitt, live from Padres Spring Training in Arizona, presented by David P. Shapiro, Criminal Defense Attorneys. All right, we will come back. Hour number 3 includes Take on Woods, Tony Vitello and his thoughts from Giants Spring Training in Scottsdale, and more on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
right, we are halfway home on a Wednesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3. The Fan, your boys in the doghouse at home. I'll tell you why in a second. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, the chairman, friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. I forgot to take the garbage cans out.
Ooh.
Holiday threw me off.
You thought that maybe it was one of those holidays where it doesn't go out until the next day, but this isn't one of those.
Correct.
That is confusing.
I got the text, and it wasn't like, it was just said, you forgot to take the garbage out. And I went, oh, I'm dead. I'm so sorry.
I take it out
early.
Well, even on holiday weeks, I've decided I'm always taking it out.
Stay on your routine.
Our day is Thursday, so today's the day they go out. But even if it's Thanksgiving and I know they're not coming,
you still take
I'm still putting them out on Wednesday because the second that I let myself wait a day, I'm going to forget.
I mean, so my poor wife getting 2 demon seeds together for school, back to school after 5 days off, getting them fed, clothed, bathed, whatever, hair brushed, teeth brushed, into the car, looks out and goes, oh, in the pissing rain, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. My husband did not take those out. The one thing he's required to do, he didn't do. And
these kids are too small to make them do it.
They do it.
They can do it.
They can do it, but not when they're ready for school and it's soaking wet.
Right.
So then my wife had to drag all 4, 2 recycle, 2 garbage, down to the
2 of each.
Everybody drops a deuce in our neighborhood. Everyone's got the dual. We just did it because everyone else did it, I think.
I've got the larger bin, but it's just the one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have 2 small kids. And,
right.
So I don't know. But I do make them, if it's dry, they help me take
it's a large ecological footprint.
It is.
Woods' home.
It is. Now, they're not always full. They're not always full.
That's fine.
But so I completely dropped the ball this morning. And she had to, when you tilt it and all the water then runs down onto you, it's a nightmare. And she's trying to watch the Olympics at the same time. Exactly, Eric. I really, I feel terrible. So I don't know what to do. I'll obviously take them in when I get home. She did make it in time, by the way.
Do they come early in the morning? Was there any chance you could have gotten home and still gotten them out in time?
No, they come at 7:30. Oh. So she looks out and she's like, oh, that idiot. Then has to roll them out. And then the guy pulls up. So I'll make sure as soon as I get home, run them in, get them back in, maybe make her a nice dinner or something. I don't know, but I'm in the doghouse.
Yeah, Kaylaw's trash water so nasty.
It's so nasty, dude.
When it gets in there and then it starts stewing in its own trashy juices in there.
So it rained last week. The guys that dump, the sanitation guys, they lift the thing up and then they just slam it back down on the ground. Sometimes the lid closes. Sometimes it doesn't. So I pulled up last week. It was pouring rain. Pulled up and I go, oh my God, it is dumping right now. All 4 cans were open. So I had to then close it. Where do you can't just pour the trash water out into the street. So I just left it and brought the cans up. You see what I'm saying?
Like you left the water in the cans?
Yeah, it was a decent amount.
So for the next week, you were just throwing trash
on top of water. Hoping that this week,
the next week when they do it, it'll all fall out into their truck.
But now look outside. It's raining again. So now I'll get home. The lids will be open. They'll be full of water again. And I'm in this vicious circle for the rest of my life.
Carlos has got to power wash that bad boy, which is great but I never do.
Well, I don't have a power washer, but there's a kid down the street. He does power washing for $15. He'll come down and do it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's great. Genius idea.
Yeah.
Him and his buddy bought a power washer.
Very smart.
And they do driveways and they do garbage cans.
$15 is great. I've seen ads in my street we'll power wash your trash cans for $300.
I'll do for me
$15.
Woodsy,
can you drive them over to my house?
Woodsy, can you go power wash? Yeah, if you give me $500, I'll do all 4 of them. Other than that, I'm not doing it. They do it for $15. So what I do is I go, here's the 20, thank you, and I walk away. They're stoked
with a tip.
So, but yeah, man, I'm I hate when I forget something. My routine got thrown off because of the holiday. My kids had the extra day. They saw the Steph Curry movie yesterday. They gave it a 6 out of 10. GOAT. They both love basketball. They love Steph Curry, but they said 6 out of 10. Taylor walks in. He goes, Dad, Jelly Roll sang a song in that movie. God, I've infected my children so much. I go, how was it? He goes, not great. But they both gave it about a 6, 7 out of 10.
Let's see. I got home late last night.
I am not okay.
Got home late last night after anchoring, and there was a box on my porch. It has arrived. My second Cologuard is here. Did not open it yet, but hoping it goes better than the first one.
If you missed it years ago.
I still haven't decided who's
is worse,
because both of you guys had situations with your Cologuards within like what, a couple of months of each other.
Yeah. They're within weeks of each other. Because I got it. They told me, they recommended, hey man, you're turning 50 or 49. You need to do this. I said, all right, I'll do it.
So within a couple of weeks, you both had interesting experiences.
Yes.
So very different, and I can't decide which one's worse.
Well, listen, man.
Yes, I can, actually.
I am an advocate.
Don't look at me.
I'm an advocate. Go get your colon checked. Do it because you don't want to die of colon cancer. I got my Cologuard, and I walked through the experience the next day. It wasn't my favorite day. It wasn't. The floating bucket, the floating bucket that you have to like put on your toilet, right? And then there's this liquid that you have to douse over, and it's
the
awful.
solution.
A solution.
Yeah.
And then you have to box it up and send it. Right. Now, I did not take the label off to go back to Cologuard. I left it on Stephen Woods at my address.
You're supposed to rip that off, and then it'll have the Cologuard address underneath.
I didn't think about it. Ben, I was traumatized after. It was the solution that got me. Pouring the solution over. I was, and I was like, I gotta go. Wrapped it up, ran it down to UPS, handed it off. 4 days later, it comes back to me. My own waste in a box. I sent it to myself. So you guys had a real good laugh about it. So funny.
So I was very careful not to make that same mistake.
Yeah.
I ripped that label off.
I mailed it. My own poop to myself. I sent it to me. I sent it to myself. And I got home and I go, wait,
I wasn't expecting anything. I didn't buy this.
Can I resubmit? No, the time had gone. The time had passed. It was expired.
So a couple of weeks later, I have the same process, and I am not going to make that same mistake. But I have the same issues with the bucket and the solution, and just want to get it done.
Yes, get this over.
I just want to get it done. So I'm not really. I just want to get it's in there. It's good. It's in the box. The label's off. Ship it off. Does not return to me.
Fantastic work.
But I do get a message from them about 3 days later saying, "We're sorry, sir, but there was a problem with your sample." And I go, "Oh no, is this bad? Do I have cancer?" And they go, No, we couldn't test your sample. It's too large."
Wouldn't it stand to reason that the bigger the better? More surface area?
I guess there wasn't enough solution to
cover it. His is way worse, by the way. It's way worse. It's way worse than mine. Yes. It is way. It's way worse, Paulie.
Yes,
like
I agree.
The guy at the lab is like, whoa. God, what are we doing? Jesus Christ.
Bro, we needed a sample.
Yeah. Guys, get in here. Look at this. You're not going to believe this. This is an actual bear. It's a bear.
Oh.
Mine's worse. I don't know, dude. I
never had to see mine again, at least.
I didn't. I threw it right in the garbage, dude.
Oh, my God.
Tyler said I would feel low-key proud. No. Oh. Yeah,
so funny.
It's not ideal, dude. And then I couldn't do it the second time. So then I just said, I'm just gonna get the colonoscopy.
Ben's just like holding the box down while he tapes it shut.
Like, oh God. Hey, can you sit on this so I can get the tape
on
on
the movie? You like hold your knee down as you're like taping, packing tape over the edge.
It's exploding at the seams. God. It's like a hot dog in a microwave, just exploding at the seams. So you have that coming up again.
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to get it done?
Probably the next couple days.
Oh,
the stage fright too of
like a suitcase.
Yeah, like sitting on the suitcase like, quick, zip it. Ooh, you get one of those boxes with a little extender. With a little extender like a suitcase has, and it raises up another 6 inches. It's unbelievable. But the stage fright that you get from all of this is the worst part. They're like looking at yourself in the mirror going, you have to do this. Like, yeah, I have to go do this. And it's something. So when are you going to?
I don't know. It's going to happen eventually.
When are you going to take the plunge?
Just when it naturally occurs.
Now, I'm afraid now he was so traumatized by the first one, it's not going to be enough. This one's going to be short. Sir, you're short. Sorry.
We're going to need you to do that again.
Do it again. So, but you still haven't had to have the colonoscopy yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I highly recommend getting one, gentlemen, and ladies, I think, right? But colon cancer is really prevalent in men.
My wife tried to get one the other day. She had a doctor's appointment, was just doing all her basic stuff. And she said, hey, I'm 41. I think I'd like to get the ball rolling. And, I'm just family history. I want to get ahead of things here and get a Cologuard done. And they said, you got to wait till you're 45.
Really? Okay. Well, I mean, inherently, that's a good thing. I do a Cologuard just because it's fun. I like it. I'll just order one. Some guys open baseball cards. I do a Cologuard when I get bored at home. But
I was surprised. I was like, if you're a couple years out and you just want to do it preventatively, like you should be able to. But
I would think so.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll look forward to that. Yeah. Let us know how it goes when it goes down.
Let's see. I've got Boston cream pie to look forward to today at work.
Excuse me?
We do a monthly.
What a transition.
Call him the Segway King for nothing.
We do monthly birthday celebrations. We do them all in one day. So every month there's a different dessert that's provided. Last month was cheesecake.
Who picks
our news director, Sarah? She just gets desserts.
Just willy-nilly?
Where are these cream pies coming from?
Well, so Boston cream pie isn't really a pie. It's more of a cake. It's a cake with like a cream filling in the middle.
Can I say that I've only had a Boston cream pie donut? I've never had the actual Boston
cream pie.
I've never had the Boston cream pie. No. Are they good?
It's not something that I'm that familiar with either.
If it's my birthday and my boss sends out, hey, Woodsy, we got you a Boston cream pie. What is it? Would you run it by me first?
It's vanilla cake with like a custardy filling in the middle, and then chocolate sauce, and usually like cherries or strawberries on top. It's kind of muddled.
I could do without the fruit for sure, because the Boston cream pie donut is just that.
It's usually a chocolate donut but with vanilla cream in the middle. Yeah. That's kind of what the cake is.
It's weird.
Is it different from an eclair?
Ew.
Kind of eclair-like.
It's eclairish.
Yeah, it's eclairish.
Eclair adjacent, maybe.
I'll tell you one thing. You go to grab like a chocolate bar, and you think it's a chocolate bar, and then you get, oh no, that was an eclair. That's a mistake you don't like.
That's
you
true.
You weren't ready to commit to the full eclair. You were ready for the donut.
Bite, you're so excited,
and then you realize, oh no, it's a full eclair.
It's a full cream
like pudding
cream
in here.
pie. Well, listen, it's probably delicious, but I don't like my bosses making unilateral decisions for me and a group of my friends.
Dessert decisions.
I don't like. I want,
like, hey, everybody, it's cream pie day.
Yeah, cream pie day.
I bring it up because everybody in the office reacts differently to office celebrations. For some people, you look forward to it for days. For others, it's just grab a quick piece and run to your desk.
What is
I'm kind of grab a piece and run to my desk, and
you don't stand around and celebrate chin wag with everyone.
But other people are like, they linger and they make it last as long as possible, and it's like a moment. It's an event to be celebrated.
You really hate your coworkers in every building. I mean, it's just staggering. It's staggering.
I hate them.
You just don't like them.
I'm not the office celebration guy for sure.
No, definitely not.
You're never going to put me in charge.
You are the office cream pie guy,
apparently.
So enjoy your cream pie today.
Thank you.
I'm actually a little bit jealous. And also enjoy your colonoscopy today or your Cologuard. Try to get that in. We need the content. So.
Tonight, perhaps. I won't be home until.
You want to do like a Sammy Levitt walk you through it?
Video?
Like how Sammy Levitt would do it?
Here's
my
Cologuard experience.
Oh, let me just shut this door for a moment. Come on out. This is the solution. You pour it over, show everybody.
I thought Unc was on his way to the other side of the country, but
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Okay. Adam Klug outside our waiting for us to get to the commercial
waiting.
break. So why don't we
Probably in trouble.
why don't we do that? We'll get a contestant on the
Apparently,
line for
you just
Take
can't
on Woods.
yell out Boston cream pie over and over. Apparently, who knew?
We'll get a contestant for Take on Woods if you want to call right now, 833-288-0973.
Hey, did you guys really do a 10-minute segment on Boston cream pie?
Sure did.
We've got the new prize this week. Qualify for Zach Bryan tickets at Snapdragon Stadium this summer. Movies, music, or TV trivia, your choice. Coming up next, 833-288-0973. We'll do that when we come back with more Bet at Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. But if you've enjoyed a few too many Boston cream pies in the past few months and you would like to lose some weight, SDFatLoss.com is the way to go. It was my program that I used to lose 40 pounds in 60 days. And I know what you're thinking. Why not just do the GLP-1 injections? Sounds easy, right? I don't have to do any work. Well, here's the problem. Unless you're committed to doing those GLP-1 injections every week for, I don't know, ever, at a cost of maybe $3,000 to $5,000 a year, and you're willing to deal with the side effects, which could include muscle loss, which actually makes keeping the weight off even harder, now you're starting to think, I don't know if it's such a good idea. What about a 2-month program where you lose the weight quickly, safely, and sustainably? That's what SDFatLoss.com can do for you with no exercise necessary, eating real foods from the grocery store. It worked for me. It worked for many tier ones. It worked for my colleagues, Chris Ello, Matt Scraby, Tony Gwynn Jr. It can work for you as well. Just go online, set up your free consultation. Doesn't hurt to ask. Find out about the program and how it works. 833-288-0973 is our number. I don't know why I'm giving that number right now, but SDFatLoss.com is the website to set up your free consultation. Do it today.
And Ben will give you the real phone number.
I can give you the real phone number. Just go on the website. It's way, way easier. SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Okay, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort. Now open.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim-ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now. Say radio for a free month of service. You both admitted earlier this morning that you are hot tub enthusiasts.
Yeah, yes, we are.
Do you like it with the jets or just like the soak?
The jets.
The jets.
Yeah.
Paulie?
Either, but I like the jets.
The jets.
I don't like. I need the water churning. I don't want still hot water like a bath. I don't want that.
You can get through it. It'd be fine. But I like the jets.
I remember as a kid, you tried to block the jets and create the the bubble where it would bubble up over the sides.
Of course.
The hot tub. Love that.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like we got a contestant on the line. Let's get to it. It is time to play Take on Woods. Take on Woods, brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and we got Jim. Jim, are you there?
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Jim. Let's see if we can qualify you for this weekly grand prize. Tickets to Zach Bryan at Snapdragon Stadium on July 31st. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. You get a beat or tie Woods in one of these three categories. We got TV. Still sitting there. After Cheers, actors, actresses who were in Cheers, some of their other television shows. Music, American Pie, everything about the 1971 classic, and other songs that actually are referenced in that song.
What kind of pie was that?
American Pie.
Okay.
Was it cream pie or regular pie? I'm not sure.
I don't
Probably
know.
apple pie. And then our new movies category is called Duvall, all about the late, great Robert Duvall and some of his best movies. So after Cheers, American Pie or Duvall? Jim, what would you like to play?
Duval. Let's go Duval.
Duvall. All right, we're going to stay timely after the passing of Robert Duvall today on Take on Woods, honoring the late, great actor with 5 questions about movies he appeared in. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many of the 5 as you can. Don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is our 2-second clip. Paulie will play you a short clip of Robert Duvall. You need to tell me what movie it is from. You ready to play, Jim?
Let's go.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. The category is Duvall. Your time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck, Jim. Let's take on Woods.
But this is one favor I can't give it.
He never asked a second favor when he's been refused the first.
Was Godfather.
Correct. Robert Duvall made his screen debut as Boo Radley in the 1962 film adaptation of which Harper Lee literary classic?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Correct. Which 1977 Oscar winner for Best Picture was far ahead of its time in its satirical look at TV news with Robert Duvall co-starring opposite Peter Finch as a UBS television executive?
Pass.
An asteroid is headed towards Earth, but Robert Duvall helped save the planet as seasoned astronaut Spurgeon Tanner in which ensemble 1998 film?
Pass.
Robert Duvall won his only Oscar for Best Actor for playing recovering alcoholic and former country music star Max Sledge in which 1983 drama?
A Star is Born.
Incorrect. Which 1977 Oscar winner for Best Picture was far ahead of its time in its satirical look at TV news with Robert Duvall co-starring opposite Peter Finch as a UBS we ran out of time on network there. And then the asteroid movie is Deep Impact. It's always either Armageddon or Deep Impact. They came out within like a month of each other. Yeah. And then the last one was Tender Mercies, his only Oscar. So you got two, Godfather and To Kill a Mockingbird. Let's bring Woods in, see if that holds up for you, Jim. It's a movie category today.
All right.
That's all you get. Same 60 seconds. Your time begins when Paul plays our clip. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Jim.
But this is one favor I can't give it.
He never asked a second favor when he's
Correct. Robert Duvall made his screen debut as Boo Radley in the 1962.
Kill a Mockingbird.
Correct. Which 1977 Oscar winner for Best Picture was far ahead of its time in its satirical look at TV news with Robert Duvall co-starring opposite Peter Finch as a UBS television executive?
Pass.
An asteroid is headed towards Earth, but Robert Duvall helped save the planet as seasoned astronaut Spurgeon Tanner in which ensemble 1998 film?
Deep Impact.
Correct. Robert Duvall won his only Oscar for Best Actor for playing recovering alcoholic and former country music star Max Sledge in which 1983 drama?
I'm toast. Jelly Rolls tank.
Incorrect. Which 1977 Oscar winner for Best Picture was far ahead of its time in a satirical look at TV news
This
with
one's gonna make me
Robert Duvall co-starring opposite Peter Finch as a UBS television executive?
Don't know.
Mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore.
What is it?
Network.
Network. All
And
right.
Tender Mercies was the country
Never
music
even heard of it.
alcoholic, but you did win 3-2 in our category honoring Robert Duvall. Duvall was that category's name. Jim, thank you for playing.
Duvall.
Can't get you quite into the drawing this week, but a fun game of Take on Woods.
Deep Impact, I liked better than
Me
Armageddon.
too, by far.
I really did.
Armageddon was the Bruce Willis.
Yeah, it was great cast.
Liv
Ben
Tyler,
Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I like that.
Steve
I liked
Buscemi.
it. Yeah,
Good cast,
great
but
cast.
more of a sillier kind of movie. Deep Impact was actually a thoughtful,
pretty good.
You know, I don't love Taya Leone as the news anchor. I don't buy her as that, but I thought the rest of the cast was pretty good, and the story was a little more thoughtful.
Why get Taya Leone when you can get Andie MacDowell
Exactly
as a newswoman, right? I like Taya Leone.
No, I don't dislike her. I just she didn't scream network anchor to me.
You think
in that
women
movie.
can't be?
No, absolutely they can be. I work with Kimberly Hunt. She's the
Fair.
best.
It's true.
Like, she would be
Trying to take
great
her
in that
job.
role.
Right. Fair amount. He's gonna snap one day.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw his Cologuard box at us.
No, I'm a big fan of Deep Impact.
So good.
Yeah, really.
So good.
Really
I think I only
movie.
saw it the once.
Really?
I was like, yeah, I love this. Was who else is in it?
They had the
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, yeah.
Frodo Baggins. What was his? What's the
Elijah
Elijah Wood and
I like that
Lily
kid.
Sobieski
Yeah.
as the kids, and then you had Morgan Freeman as
Favreau
the
in that?
president.
Yeah. Oh, he was in the other one. He was in Armageddon.
Yeah, he was in the other one.
I'm gonna show my kids those this weekend. I think they're fine.
Both the asteroid movies.
Yeah,
They
both
came-
the asteroid
It's weird
movies.
because they both came out like the same
same
summer,
like week or something.
1998, like right at the same time. So they're competing against each other. But they're very different movies.
No, Favreau was Deep Impact.
Oh, was it?
Armageddon was Bruce Willis, Liv Tyler, Ben Affleck, Billy Bob Thornton, Steve Buscemi, Owen Wilson, William Fichtner, and then Deep Impact, Morgan Freeman, Tia Leone, Elijah Wood, Lily Sobieski, John Favreau,
Robert Duvall.
Favreau. He was in Deep Impact. Okay.
Oh, he was one of the astronauts. He's the one who died on the mission. Well, they all ended up dying because, well, I won't give away the whole plot if you haven't seen it yet.
It's been 30 years.
Yeah, that's been a long time.
That's true.
It says Rotten Tomatoes is 45.
Really?
on Deep Impact.
Both movies didn't fare very well.
Come on. I'd like Deep Impact.
I like them both.
Okay.
All right.
We will come back and we are going to talk about the Tony Vitello experience in his first full week as manager of the San Francisco Giants at spring training. Are you good with that?
100%.
We'll do that coming up next on San Diego's.
A bit of a wellness check, maybe.
Yeah.
Is he going to be okay?
Yeah, we'll see if he's going to make it. I mean,
tough gig.
He gets a chance to get his feet wet here, but we're a little worried about him coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
Just kind of want to make fun of him. President's Sale is continuing throughout the end. The President's Day sale is continuing through the end of the month. It's Sedano Ford. They are making history. They are our premier local veteran-owned dealer. Manny Sedano putting you in the driver's seat for just $1 down. And listen, Manny and his team are here to make it happen for you. They'll work with you personally to get you into the ride of your dreams, no matter what it takes. Check out these incredible monthly specials with just, again, $1 down. The 2025 Ford Bronco Sport Big Ben, just $372 a month. The incredible 2025 Ford F-150 STX, $439 a month. The 2025 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Fastback, $353 a month. Or you can fit the whole crew in the 2026 Ford Explorer Active, just $449 a month. If you want luxury, check out the Lincoln Corsair Hybrid, $417 a month. Don't wait for things to happen. Make it happen for yourself today. Get in your dream car. Check out SedanoFord.com or check out Manny's team in person in La Mesa. For more details about these offers, head on over to SedanoFord.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Talk about the vibrations at San Francisco Giants camp in Scottsdale. Welcome back. Ben and Woods, hour number 3 here on 97.3 The Fan. Still have our biggest fan contest coming up at 9 o'clock. You can still register to win the night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game at 97.3thefansd.com/biggest fan. 3 announcements of names every day, 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 p.m. Do you want to just get right into Tony Vitello, or do you want to check traffic?
Do we have the audio, by the way?
Tony Vitello audio?
Yeah.
I think we do. Yeah.
We do.
Yeah,
Okay,
we do.
good.
All right. Well, we'll play some of the audio that had Woods just.
Not just me. The whole entire baseball world was like, what's this guy doing?
Yeah. And we're still trying to figure out exactly what it all means.
I still can't sort out what happened. This was like Saturday.
It's even hard to explain a little bit.
Like it's like a 3-minute clip, and I'm like, I think we kind of have to play it all.
I think I'm with you. We can stop down and
Sure.
we got literally nothing but time.
All right, let's check traffic, and then when we come back, we'll break it down. Frame by frame, clip by clip.
We've got some experience.
We got some time here.
We got some experience also with some different types of skippers here in our 8-year
True
tenure.
enough. We've seen them all.
We've seen it all.
More experienced
Correct.
than most when
Correct.
it comes to this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we'll do that next on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Stalled semi, take out up the 2 right lanes on southbound 15 just past Poway Road, but that's the only problem in the North County, and it should come as no coincidence. That rain has pretty much moved out of the North County into the East County and South Bay. In fact, just a couple things to mention here. Eastbound 8 at Jackson Drive off-ramp, there is a collision. We also have reports of a traffic sign getting knocked down in the right lanes on southbound 67 at Fletcher Parkway. Yeah, gusty conditions have really been causing a mess on our roads. A lot of debris in the roadway to watch out for, so please be extra alert if you're still out there. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, this audio is from over the weekend, correct?
Monday
Yep. At in Scottsdale at Giants camp. Reporters for the Giants kind of getting some of their first FaceTime with new manager Tony Vitello.
No, he's been talking every day.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, just still early in spring training.
It's early in spring training.
I mean,
Yeah,
But he
the
had done
relationships
3 or
are
4 or
fresh.
5 days.
Yeah, he'd done
not the first time.
scrums.
He was
and-
hired back in October?
Yep. And normally, you come in, you sit down, and you, what do you got? But he took the bull by the horns. And this
What's the
one,
plan for the relief pitchers
Right,
today?
right.
Hey, how's so-and-so feeling?
Correct. How's Devers looking at first or whatever?
Put it this
right?
way. They rarely start those daily, especially spring training, daily scrums like that, rarely start with opening statements.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
Like almost never.
It's not a press conference to introduce a new player where they say a few comments first. It's
So-
like, what do you got for me?
So he sits down and he says this.
When did you first think I was taking this job? Do you remember that far back?
Yeah, it was about 4 days before it actually happened, 5 days before.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because that was not reality, at all. I don't know if Buster would feel the same way, but that wasn't the case. Somebody decides they think they got the information, and the final blow was about 4 days later. And the thing I'm just kind of having a conversation,
Right.
therapy, if you will.
Sure.
Walking out of
Pause.
there, but
You should talk to a therapist about it, to be honest with you. I mean, that I would highly recommend if you're having trouble with this, go talk to a therapist about it. Don't talk to the media that are all standing there with their phones and their recorders and their pens and their papers going, where is this coming from?
Okay, I'm trying to just figure this out. So I'm assuming, because we didn't cover it that closely, but like most managerial hirings, someone gets word that
Yes.
maybe you're in final negotiations.
It said they were closing in on Tony
so it was
Vitello.
Buster. He said Buster only reported that Tony Vitello is rumored to be close to or
when he
going
talks
to
about,
accept.
When he talks about Buster, he
Buster
means Buster
Posey.
Posey.
Buster Posey.
Okay. So
Someone reported, though, the interest of the Giants with Tony Vitello.
yes, and said they are closing in on Vitello. Well, while he was still at Tennessee,
Okay.
again, not the first coach to be recruited from another team or whatever, but his guys started freaking out.
But
he goes on to explain. But again,
clearly it was true.
This is unprompted.
It's not like, oh, the Giants hadn't even contacted me, and all of a sudden
Right.
they're saying I'm the next manager.
Right.
So he clearly had been in some sort of deep conversations
Correct.
with them at that point.
It had been pitched to him. So
Right.
let him keep going here. It gets worse.
I needed confirmation from the coaches that I worked with that helped boost my status that they were okay with what was going to go on and they were going to be okay with their jobs. That staff had always been built as like next man up, and all of a sudden that was being threatened. So it was kind of hard to do something for yourself and your teammates get left behind. But yeah, it was not 4 days for what it's worth. That was not the case at all. If you would have
Okay,
said,
hold on one
Who
second.
cares?
Okay,
Why-
so what he's trying to say is that I'm too good of a guy
I'm
just
a
to
good guy.
take the job without checking with all of my other coaches and colleagues to make sure they're okay with it first, and to imply that I may have had discussions with the Giants and been very close or actually taken the job without running it by these people first
Correct.
is almost insulting to me.
Correct. But again,
Sounds to me like he should have had these conversations with his staff as soon as he started having serious conversations about taking the job.
But again, the whole point of this is you left a relationship. 4 months have gone by. You have a new relationship. Many would say a better relationship. You've upgraded, right? You've reached the pinnacle. And still 4 months in, you wake up next to your new partner and you're like, so let me just explain why this last thing ended again. She's like, I don't care. We're together now. We've just made sweet love and we're lying in the same bed together. Why would I give a rat's ass about how or why you left your last one? I don't care. And I think Giants fans are like, what is this? Is there a longing inside? Like, do you want to
if he's
be
talking
here?
then to Tennessee fans and like trying to make it okay? Like, here's again why I'm not a bad guy for leaving you.
So my guess is dude spent Sunday night on the message boards and on Twitter and whatever. Like,
was anybody mad, like really mad that
Oh, I'm
Tony
sure.
Vitello left Tennessee
I'm
to
sure.
take a Major League Baseball managerial job?
I'm sure.
How?
Because you want your guy. Like, you're like, how dare you do this, leaving for San Francisco? Like, you can totally see fans.
You didn't leave
being-
him in the middle of the season.
No.
This was what, late October, early November, not college baseball season at all.
Yeah, I mean, again, like Satan's Blowfish says, shouldn't the ire be directed at the Giants front office for leaking that information, right?
But what I mean,
I think-
again, I this is This is a story without a controversy.
Correct. Keep it going, Paulie. Listen.
Okay.
Like, it's worse.
You would have agreed. So, but anyway.
What do you ask?
Because somebody tweeted it out. I don't know who told them. I wish I did.
4 months ago.
And, it might have changed the course of history if I would have known who did, to be honest with you. But it just bothers me because
that's a
I don't
jarring
know.
quote.
You see people angry on this. I hate to get philosophical, but you see people angry on the streets for a lot of times
Of
stuff
San
that's not even
Francisco?
true. People arguing and you don't know what reality is. So
He really wanted to
But that
clear
was-
this up. He wanted to clear up this this thing that happened 4 months ago. Again, guys, the gist, the why it's so fascinating to me is because I put myself in the shoes of a Giants fan. It's really his first misstep as a skipper. When Buster Posey hired him, the initial reaction around baseball was what? What? Really? Buster Posey, like carried the stick, rode the buses, blah, blah, blah. Like, you're going with an unproven, high energy guy from college baseball. Is this going to work? Wow. What a ballsy move, right? Okay, fine. Gets in, seemingly pretty good dude. We saw him doing PFPs, having a good time. They like the atmosphere. Then he sits down. He's like, I just got to get something off my chest. I got to get something off my chest. I'm concerned.
But when he says,
hey, look, can I just say this? It's very Shill-tasque. It's very, very reminding.
When he
reminds me of
says,
something Mike Schill would
had
do.
that not been tweeted out, it may have changed the course of history.
Right.
No,
if he knew who tweeted it out, it might have changed the course of history. Meaning, like, if I found out it was the Giants that tweeted that out, I wouldn't have taken the job.
Well, obviously, someone in the Giants leaked it.
If he didn't, and there's only two parties involved here, right? Him or the Giants?
Or maybe someone was doing their homework and was, checking out different guys who were walking into the building. And so that's Tony Vitello. I happen to recognize him, Tennessee coach. He must be interviewing for the job.
It's just wild, man.
But
it's just as a baseball fan, for me, it's just a wild story. It's just one of those things where you show up and you're like, you didn't have to open your, and then, you got Giants fans, some of them I really love. They're great dudes. They're funny as hell on Twitter. They're like, guys, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. This is what you're going to get. It's not sleepy Bob Melvin. I'm like, I don't know that you can wear your emotions on your sleeve as a rookie first-time manager that never played in the big leagues, never coached in the minor leagues, never coached in the big leagues.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can. I feel like you have to be a little cookie cutter.
I saw
to start. I feel like.
I saw a radio guy from the Bay Area.
Saw that.
He said, we've enjoyed our interactions with Tony. He's new to it all. We're hopeful.
Yep.
Don't want to make too big a deal of this.
Sure.
Rookie mistake. Lots going on in his head.
Yeah.
But it's a bad look, Skip. No more. Time to move on. Giants only, por favor. We hope you'd feel the same.
Tennessee is behind you. It's probably not like it's got to be tough. He was there 10 years. He built the program. We all know the accolades. But if I was constantly talking about the old show I used to be on that was so great, wouldn't it bother you after a while? You guys
well, manager PR 101. If there aren't a bunch of stories going on,
don't make
and
it.
People aren't talking about it,
right?
Don't create one that didn't exist in the first place.
Let me tell you guys about a night I had in college that nobody knows about. And it's just like, what in the world are you doing? Again, like you said, you don't have to. There's going to be enough stories about,
of course,
your first bullpen mistake. There's going to be enough stories about your first decision to pinch hit Bryce Eldridge or whatever.
And you'll have to address those.
Yes.
But you didn't have to address this one. No one was talking about it.
All right, guys, let me bring up all my scandals that nobody knows about. I'm going to open up my closet. Go check for the skeletons. It's bananas to me. It's bananas to me.
No, I don't follow Tennessee baseball, but I don't remember seeing a lot of outraged his coaches keep saying, how could you leave us?
No.
How the team. I'm sure there was some disappointment, like, oh, he was a good one, but you can't really compete with that. I mean, what is Tennessee going? You can't offer a comparable job.
They tried to offer him more money. The whole
It was a big deal.
It was
when
a
he left.
huge
At least
deal when he left.
He made it a big deal.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "This is my home."
So
This
again,
is everything.
But you can't offer him the managerial job of a major league baseball team.
Correct.
No,
you're not. You're a college team.
So fast forward the tape, dude, and the Giants. Let's say they're 19-30, right? What's the process there? If this is sticking in your craw, the doubt, I think it's the seed of doubt is that when somebody takes that job, especially knowing that you've had to bend all baseball conventions to get him in there, and then he gets in there and he seems like he's doubtful about it, or that he's not 100% on board. That's weird to me.
What's going to happen when a report comes out that so-and-so is dealing with an injury? Luis Ariz has a hand injury, and he goes, let me ask you this. When did you guys find that out? How'd you hear that? Like, is he going to start, like, blowing the whistle every time somebody asks him something?
Is he paranoid is the question you're asking now.
And too sensitive. You can't, that's not a gig you can be rabbit ears in. You just can't. Or, I've heard there's plenty of dudes that go searching their names and stuff on Twitter to see what people are saying about them. And you can't have that. You can't have that from your skipper, man. You cannot. Your skipper's got to be your leader, not unsure why I'm here. Could have changed the course of history. I'll be honest. If this was a Giants morning show, I'd be panicked. You'd probably be downplaying it. I'd be panicked. I would be panicked. What is he doing? It's good. You hope that this is a lesson for him and he learns from it. But I would be terrified. Wouldn't you guys? Like, if this was our new guy, I'd be like, oh, no. We all remember Jace Tingler saying he managed games in his head, and everyone's like, Ultimately, that looks like something Connie Mack would say over this bit. I have no idea what he was thinking.
I think the moral of the story is always, what would Kevin Durant do? And do the opposite.
Do the opposite. Tony V. Be crazy if it works, man. Be crazy if it works, but I
got energy.
I thought
there's no doubt about it. He's got some energy.
Dude. Fascinating.
All right, we'll come back. Paulie's got some headlines in the Rindle Report, including perhaps an actor that Woods had a run-in with at some point. All coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
doing, huh, Ben? Out here making fun of Tony Vitello. Not making fun, but talking about the Tony Vitello story and, our rookie manager. They just announced.
Craig Stammen.
Misstep, maybe?
I'm
First one?
disgusted.
I'm sick. Right-handed pitcher Logan Gillespie will start for the Padres in Friday's Cactus League Open.
Oh, my.
I mean, what are we doing here, Craig?
It's like he doesn't even care.
For real. Like,
does that mean Logan
manager,
Gillespie is going to face Tarek Skubal on opening day?
He has now the inside track for our Logan Gillespie. That's the best we can do?
I feel bad for A.J. Preller. Maybe stuck his neck on the line just a little bit for a first-time manager. And Craig Stammen, like, look, you're not a relief pitcher anymore. I know those are your buddies.
Yeah, those are your pals.
But this is game one, and we're throwing out Logan Gillespie?
This game matters. This game matters to us, the fans out there. Demand more, be better.
Just during the break, just following up, I hadn't seen this headline. But
that was a joke, by the way, just in case anybody
yes. The spiciest thing Craig Stammen has done so far as manager was joking when someone said, "How do you feel about your boss getting a contract extension?" And he goes, "Oh, my wife got an extension."
The old wife,
that's like
boss bit.
That's like his spiciest moment so far as manager. But because Tony Vitello made those unsolicited comments, there is now a column by Ann Killian in the San Francisco Chronicle with the headline, "Does Tony Vitello regret leaving Tennessee for the Giants?" Is that what you want in your first week of spring training?
Dieter Kirchenbach's was, does Tony Vitello really want to be here? Like, oh my God, dude.
We were just talking during the break. We're like, all right, if Buster Posey could go back in time, rub the magic lamp and get his wish and go back and make a different decision, would he do it? And then I said, well, how about flip it? Would Tony Vitello, if given the opportunity today, like right now, hey,
knowing what he
snap
knows
your
now,
fingers, you can go back and be the king of Tennessee and ride those buses through the South, or you could stay in the big leagues. Would he go back to Tennessee? I'm thinking maybe.
I think there's a better than, I'd say it's 60%. He'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I'll just go back.
Has there ever been a manager who didn't make it through his first spring training?
No. Well,
before he was gone.
Was there? I feel like there
whether
was.
It's mutual or whatever, like hired and doesn't even make it to opening day.
I feel
because it feels like that's
there was a Notre Dame
totally
football
out of
coach.
the question.
There was a Notre Dame football coach, George O'Leary. He lied on his resume. They gave him the job. And he never coached. I remember that. But like, here's the thing: people in the chat, you guys are very astute. You look for in your opponent, you look for a weakness. And if you now know, bro, we can get under this guy's skin easily. Like, that is such a weakness for the San Francisco Giants, unless he, bucks up and figures it out.
I'm trying to think of any, division of managers that might want to get under his skin or might try to get under his skin.
Exactly. I wonder if Dave Roberts
maybe violently throw him into a net.
Exactly. I would like to invite Tony Vitello to my next work meeting. My men's mental health group. I think he would be great. All
right, before we get to Paulie's Rindle Report, it is time for today's biggest fan announcement. If you hear your name called, you'll have 10 minutes to call us back at 833-288-0973 and qualify for our grand prize drawing. 20 tickets, you and your friends, a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game this season with all the fan staff catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. And this morning's biggest fan is Victor Barriga from Escondido. Victor, you are on the clock 10 minutes from right now, 833-288-0973. And while Victor dials us up, Paulie's going to dial us up a Roundel Report. With our today's edition of the Roundel Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Rindle Report with Paul Rindle.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Rindle Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
Happy Wednesday, gentlemen. We will get started in Major League Baseball. I couldn't see if I don't think we discussed this one yet. So we talked yesterday about some details coming out on ABS, how it's going to be used, and probably going to get more and more details and fall out of that as people start to use it more throughout the spring and into the season. But Saw a story yesterday. I was reading from Awful announcing that MLB telecasts that still use the strike zone box on the TV feed.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think everyone does it. I don't know which ones do and don't off the top of my head. But I believe the Padres, for example, Padres TV,
Almost
they have
all
the
of
box.
them have the box.
There's
now.
a couple like randomly, like
hate
the
it when they
Roku
don't.
game or
I hate
the
it when they
NBC or Sunday Night Baseball may not have it.
So
but
used to it now.
most have them. However, they're going to be operating on a 9-second delay now because they don't want teams to, I guess they're going to police teams possibly having a feed on in the dugout or down in the hallway. And as soon as the pitch is thrown, they can see on the box at least, get an idea. Hey, that was a strike. They called it a ball, vice versa. Challenge.
Like,
because you only have a few seconds to tap your helmet.
just in the dugout,
challenge.
or like everyone on Earth is going to have to be delayed
like
9
it
seconds
says,
for the game.
Sam Blum from The Athletic, he said that broadcast feeds showing the strike zone box will run on a roughly 9-second delay.
Okay. It's about 6 now.
MLB Game Day, which I believe is like if you open the MLB app and you're just watching like ball in play runs or whatever. That's going to be Game Day will operate on a 5-second delay for the pitch location data. And it says the low latency feed inside ballparks won't show the strike zone box or pitch locations at all.
You just hear like from the dugout.
Maybe like bang something like a trash can or something.
So does that mean that Jesse and Tony are going to be
Delayed.
essentially in real time?
Oh.
And everything else is going to be delayed. So if you want to hear it first, listen to 97.3 The Fan. If you want to find out 9 seconds later that Manny Machado just hit a grand slam,
that's always the case.
Watch it on television.
Yeah, that's true.
Live sports are always, you kill the delay when you go to a live
on radio. Yeah. But is there always, if there's already a delay on TV, then why are they need to? Is it
They're extending
additional
it.
delay? An additional delay on television?
I've been to the you go to the game, like we've sat in the Odyssey Suite before, and you watch the pitch and it hits, and then it's like 5, 4, 3.
But
2,
that means we'll
1.
still get to watch the box on TV.
Yes, keep the box.
It's live. It'll be live to us.
It's live to you. Correct.
Which I think is important.
I do too.
I know that
I need it.
We get a little dependent on it, but when there's different center field angles, like I need the box to know, because you could have a game where everything, that always looks outside. No, it's actually over the plate because it's not straight on or it's a little different. So
I'm sorry. I know we used to watch baseball without a box. We grew up that way. I know that. When it's not on there, it makes my skin crawl.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I hate this.
Creature of habit, maybe. I don't know.
And I'd probably get back into it if that's universally. It'd take me a month or so.
It'd be like if they moved the yellow first down line,
Yeah.
they just stopped showing it in NFL games.
I'd lose my mind. I would lose my mind.
Like, yeah, that's how it looks on the field if you're there and all that. I get it, but
when I grew up, and you grew up, when you watch sports, they didn't even have the score on the TV half the time.
Score bug.
They didn't have the time. They didn't have the score. You just turn on, and there would just be a game. You have no idea
You're raw dogging
what
the whole
inning
thing.
it was, what quarter it was, what the score was, what the down and distance were. You knew nothing when you turned on a television.
Literally,
you might not even know who's playing.
WGN would come back, and it would be Harry Carey like, all right, 3-2 Cubs, bottom of the 4th. But if you miss that, you're done. You just tune in. You're like, what is going on? What's the count? Who's up? Like, you're absolutely right. So more information, the better for me.
All right, we will move on from sports. Go to Hollywood today for this next story, and this one just makes me sad. This one made me a little bit sad. Actor Shia LaBeouf, he's going through it right now.
Yeah,
he's been going through it for a while, off and on throughout most of his adult life. But he was arrested this week in New Orleans. We said yesterday it was Fat Tuesday or Tuesday on our show.
Yep.
So Mardi Gras is going on, and a lot of people will be heading to New Orleans, and he was seen starting fights. He looks like he's not in the right mind.
It's not a bender.
He headbutted a guy. The guy pretty much immediately threw him to the ground and was beating him up pretty good and kind of just holding him down like, bro, stop. You're going to get hurt. Stop. He got arrested. He was seen hours later. As soon as he was released from jail, he was back out on the streets, and people were walking up, taking pictures with him, videos. It's just, man, this is a guy that, like, you had the whole world in front of you, and you see it. It's all playing out in front of the media. It kind of bummed me out.
Yeah, he's a He's a dark dude, man. I met him.
He seemed like he was okay when you met him.
Dark. I mean, these there.
You were having
You could
breakfast
see, like,
in
pain
Arrowhead.
behind his
Did he
eyes.
look dark even at breakfast?
Oh yeah, and at the skating rink, and in the elevator, and everywhere else I saw him. I saw him 50 times. He probably thought I was following him around, but like, he's a dark dude.
Was it the way he got his eggs from the buffet, or what was dark about it?
Darkness in his eyes,
Really?
right? Just he's abused his partners. He
I
separated.
believe he's been separated for a while. He's
for
got
about
a kid.
a year. Yeah, he's got a kid. I saw his kid. You know, it's tragic, dude.
I'm not challenging you on that. I'm just saying that you can't always just look at a person.
Sure you
and-
can.
No, you can't.
100%.
Some of the darkest people look like very normal,
No, but when you
friendly
see
people.
But when you see
can't really
someone,
describe it. You can just-
when
you
you
just
see
know.
someone with a darkness, you just know it, and you've read the stories about him. He's a public figure, but you see a darkness in him.
What do you see in me?
Oh, we don't have the
Dark as
time.
night.
Dark as night. Yeah, dark as night. Yeah, some people just have inner demons. They hide pretty well. You see him and you're like, he's in pain all the time.
I have another example. I won't say the person's name, but I'll tell you during the commercial break, and you'll go,
"Oh,
I see what you're talking about."
Paulie, before you go on, do me a favor. Any of those callers on the line look like our biggest fan? I want to make sure we get it inside the 10 minutes. I've got a bunch of random numbers coming in. Line two? Line two. Is this Victor?
Yes, this is Victor.
Victor, you are good. You called within 10 minutes. You are our biggest fan this morning. You are in the drawing for the night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres game this season. Thank you for playing and being our biggest fan.
Yes, let's go Padres.
Go Padres. Thank you, Victor.
See you, Victor.
Thank you, buddy.
Good stuff. All right, 2 for 2 this week on Biggest Fans.
Like that.
All right, and then we will wrap it up here. I believe this is an update to a Rhino report from probably a few years ago, actually. So I'll give you the full update. Are boneless chicken wings? That was the answer.
Chicken nuggets.
Or that was the question.
Tenders.
Yeah.
Nuggets and tenders are different things.
Sure.
And wings and boneless wings.
Well, a judge has weighed in. A federal judge has weighed in on us. So
Why?
I believe we talked about this a few years ago. Back in March of 2023, a person was suing Buffalo Wild Wings, claiming violations of the Illinois Consumer Fraud Act for Buffalo Wild Wings calling their boneless wings instead of just chicken nuggets or saucy nuggets or whatever. And this went to court, and just recently now, finally got around to it. A federal judge in a 10-page ruling said that B-dubs can continue to call the boneless wings, even though they are essentially chicken nuggets.
Well,
they have not done anything wrong in the Consumer Fraud Act.
I don't think they're chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets are when you grind up the chicken and then put it into a patty and then form it into like a shape.
Okay.
A boneless wing or a tender is an actual piece of chicken that's been breaded and fried, but it's not ground up into like a meal and then formatted. A boneless.
How do you know?
I know things about chicken.
Save that.
But a boneless wing and a tender, I don't care if you call it a boneless wing. I know what I'm getting. All I want to know is I want to know what I'm getting when I order it.
What do you think
If
you're
I
getting
ordered a boneless wing and they brought me a chicken nuggets,
I would eat it.
I would not be happy.
If I wanted a wing, I would have gotten a wing with a bone in it.
If I wanted a tender and you brought me nuggets, I wouldn't be that happy. And if I wanted nuggets and you brought me boneless wings, that's not what I would be expecting at the very least.
He's well actuallying us on this.
A little bit.
Well, the judge disagrees.
No, he agrees.
If I slathered your McNuggets in barbecue sauce, like rolled them around in barbecue sauce, they would look like boneless wings.
McDonald's
in
has
barbecue
nuggets
sauce.
and tenders now.
Yeah,
They're
they do.
different things.
Sure.
And so you
One's
need to know
longer
what you're
than the other.
But no, they have a different texture.
No,
they're different. They're different foods entirely.
They're not. And they're not. They're the exact same food.
They're
in
made
different,
of
different shapes.
No, not
I've had Chick-fil-A
no.
nuggets and I've had Chick-fil-A tenders. They're the same, but just one's longer.
Chick-fil-A's nuggets are actual chicken. They're not.
So are their tenders.
Yes, but
What do you
at
think they are?
McDonald's, a
Pork?
chicken McNugget is not a piece of chicken.
It's their version of chicken.
It's ground up like chicken
Yes,
paste,
deep
formed
fried.
into a patty, then fried. A tender is an actual like strip of chicken meat that is fried.
Right.
There is a difference.
Okay.
I prefer a tender to a nugget.
Save that.
What if you just mashed up all the chicken parts and made it into a longer chicken nugget? Then it would be a chicken
No,
tender.
it's not the length. It would just be a big old nugget.
I like girth in my nuggets.
Like a nugget's like chicken meatloaf fried.
Fair.
And a tender is
But
an actual piece of chicken
The judge
fried.
says you guys can call them whatever you want.
Yes.
Well, you can call it boneless. I
Boneless
understand
wings,
what
wings.
a boneless wing is going to be. It's going to be a piece of chicken taken off the bone, but then fried.
Okay.
It was chicken, then it was taken off the bone, then it was fried.
Chicken strip is not a tender, Kayla says. I'm very confused. Strip can be any part of the chicken. Tender is the
Popcorn
tender.
chicken is just fry batter.
Fry batter.
There may be a hint of chicken in there, but it's mostly just fry batter, I think.
Don't ever do another chicken nugget story again, Paulie.
I didn't know that's how deep this was going to go.
Yeah.
And Ben was going to get all
He's
angry
mad
at you.
about it.
Not mad.
You're literally screaming right now.
at me right now.
And of course, the best chicken wings
Calm down.
are the flats.
No, the drums.
They're the flats.
Flats are.
You were just wrong.
No. Best tasting?
The flats.
I used to be drums.
I'm drums
Exclusive?
I'm all drums.
I've come around on flats.
I like the handle, boys. I
do like the
handle.
handle.
Oh, the drum has got its
That's what I'm saying.
It's convenient, but if you want the actual best part of the chicken
I don't.
wing, it's
want
the flat.
I want convenience and deliciousness.
And you pull it all out on
Disgusting.
one pull, and that is the best wing experience
Well, it's perfect
you can get.
because we can go get wings together and we're set.
Yeah,
I
we'll
won't
just split 'em
touch
up.
your flats
And I
and,
won't
you
touch
don't
your
touch my
drums.
drums. And
What's
we're
your
good.
go-to? All right, for a wing, whether it's a flat or a drum, go-to flavoring. Barbecue, buffalo, hot, super hot.
Buffalo,
regular buffalo.
regular buffalo.
Yeah.
dipped
I
in
also
blue
like the
cheese.
Thai chili.
I like salt
the
and
sweet
pepper.
Thai chili.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are
Lemon
pretty good too.
pepper.
I don't really like barbecue wings. I don't like barbecue.
fine.
Sesame wings.
If I like barbecue, I would probably go for like the boneless wings more than anything on barbecue versus a regular
Yeah.
wing, because then
Yeah.
you can just kind of
Pop 'em
grab
in.
a fork and
Yeah.
dip a little ranch or something. But
Yeah.
I'm with Ben. I like
blue
the
cheese, but yeah,
blue cheese.
blue
for me.
cheese.
Ooh, I don't do blue cheese.
Yeah, blue cheese over ranch.
Delicious.
I think Buffalo Wild Wings. It's like Asian Zing or something. That Thai like chili sauce.
Yeah, Thai chili
Oh,
is a
God, it's
good wing flavor.
Yeah, I'm into it. Now I want wings.
I do
Go
too.
figure.
I think we knew that where that was headed
Yes,
when
we
Paul
did.
brought this up in the round.
You know who has the best wings is Home Depot.
Go there for your wings. Stop by Ace
Hardware
for your
By the
pie.
way, I had at least 10 people DM me over the weekend. They're like, going to Ace Hardware. Thanks, guys. And they're like, you guys were not lying.
It's delicious.
It's one of the best pies I've ever had.
when we
Delicious.
were at fantasy camp, I don't think I told you guys, I had a really good hot dog in a Home Depot parking lot.
What do you do while we're at fantasy?
I was on my way to golf. I
Seriously?
was hungry.
You just found yourself in a Home Depot parking
and I
lot?
saw a stand in a Home Depot parking lot, and there was a line, and I thought, I bet they've got good hot dogs. And I'm going to stop. And it was
And you got one.
really good hot dog
Wow.
in a Home Depot parking lot
That's-
in
I bet
Peoria.
That's delicious.
That's more strange, I think, than you going to the casino at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
first year we went out there.
I was hungry.
Weird behavior. Could have eaten at the golf course.
Golf course food is not the best.
But Home Depot food is way better.
It wasn't. I don't think it was affiliated with the Home Depot. He just was using the parking lot as a location
Got
to
it.
set up his, artisanal hot dog business.
What's it
The
called? Do you
Chicago
remember?
dog. Oh, I don't know. It just was in the Home Depot parking lot in Peoria,
All right.
Northwest Peoria.
Okay. Thank you, Paulie. Appreciate you.
All right, still to
Nice
come.
tangent.
Want to get to some of the audio of the newest Padre, Griffin Canning, officially in camp this morning, and why he thinks he was actually a better pitcher for the Mets than he was for the Angels. Get to that coming up after a check of traffic with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Like usual, we transition from food talk
Every
to
time.
losing weight talk
Every single time.
at sdfatloss.com because we all like to eat, right? I don't think I'm the only one. I think we all like to eat, which can come with issues in course of gaining weight. So sdfatloss.com is the way to lose that weight quickly, safely, and meaningfully, meaning you can keep the weight off after the 2-month losing weight period. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. Great. Kept the weight off for 2.5 years. Even better. When you compare that with things like the GLP-1 injections, which you can lose some weight on those, but you're going to have to keep taking those injections, keep taking them. They get pricey, sometimes between $3,000 and $5,000 a year, and you don't get to stop them. With sdfatloss.com, it's the 2-month program. It's the one-time program They will help you every step of the way. They will help you keep the weight off, and it'll be based on real food. So you get to eat things you enjoy while you are losing the weight. Sound good? Set up your free consultation by going to sdfatloss.com. Find out how the program can work for you, like it has worked for so many tier ones. I get stories all the time, thousands of pounds lost, thanks to sdfatloss.com. You can be the next success story by the middle of April, a brand new you here in 2026 by going to sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Welcome back to Ben and Woods, going until 10 o'clock. It is Wednesday, even though it's our second day of the week. We're halfway through the week after this show.
I told you I'm a mess.
I know.
This one day.
Forgot the trash cans.
I did.
You're all off.
I am. Got to go to LabCorp today. LabCorp,
Oh, you do?
Again, my favorite. But I got an appointment at the one that's not the cattle call. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but once everyone knows that,
I know.
it just changes.
But I'm not
I had
telling
a pretty
you
good
where it is.
experience when I went to
Which is
mine
insane to
last
me.
time.
Couldn't have had a worse experience than mine last time. Couldn't have. Gotta go give more blood. Oh, not ideal.
Is that the only sample you have to give today?
That's the only sample I have to give today. That one will be here before you know it. Have to go back in and do that under duress, which is it's one of the worst moments of your life. I got to do it again. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, let's hear from the newest member of the San Diego Padres. They just keep trickling in day after day.
They do.
It was officially announced yesterday the signing of Griffin Canning, who again coming off the Achilles tear, may or may not be ready, but is throwing a bullpen apparently today. The question is whether he'll be ready to field his position and do all the other things by the start of the season, but not that far off from a complete recovery. He was 7-3 with a 3.7 ERA for the Mets last year before getting hurt in June. Decided to continue his career, signing with the San Diego Padres, and Sammy Levitt and reporters had a chance to catch up with Griffin Canning this morning in the Padres clubhouse in Peoria.
What appealed to you about the Padres? What brought you here?
Yeah, I think obviously the track record that they've had with some of the guys that have come through here. Obviously just getting to know Ruben, some of the other guys on the staff. Just felt like this was the best opportunity for me to come and get better and help the team any way I can.
The season that you were having last year before the unfortunate incident, what do you attribute that to, and what's that next step you can take with Ruben?
Yeah, I think part of it is just kind of being around some new voices, some new people that were super helpful. But honestly, I like pitching in New York. It was a lot of fun. I like kind of the expectations of being on a winning team, and I think we have that here too. But yeah, I think it was kind of just understanding myself a little bit better and who I am as a pitcher. So just continue to build that relationship with Ruben and learn from some of these other pitchers on the staff, and just keep improving.
How did that process play out over the last few weeks, settling on this team? I know you threw for some scouts. Like, how did it all kind of go about the last week or so?
I threw. Maybe it was last Thursday. I think one of the Padres had a guy come out there, and I think I ended up had a Zoom call with them the next day, and then ended up signing Friday night, and then drove out here Saturday and got the process going.
Where are you health-wise, and what are your expectations in terms of like when you might be able to pitch?
I feel great right now. I've been off the mound a handful of times, 4 or 5 times. I'm throwing a bullpen here tomorrow. I feel honestly 100% when I'm on the mound and throwing and everything. Still have some boxes to check in terms of running and some agility things, but I think it's kind of a day by day, week by week thing. Just kind of see how I'm progressing and how I'm feeling, and go from there.
So it's a long season. Do you have to think about how it's a long season and how like you're going to at least miss some time and go, but that's okay because it's about finishing the season?
Yeah, no, I think they've been super helpful, and just in terms of not pushing me to rush back. Obviously I want to get back as soon as I can and help the team, but I want to play for a lot longer. So I got to look out for my health a little bit in that aspect, but yeah, I'm working hard, and I feel like I'm progressing really well. So hopefully I can get back out there soon.
You say it's day to day, week to week. I know, is there some sort of soft day you have in your head when you envision yourself pitching?
Not in particular. Like I said, I it's tough because when I'm on the mound, I feel like I'm pretty much at 100%. Like I can do everything I'm throwing on my pitches. Probably a little behind volume wise, so I still just gotta build up in that aspect. But gonna start getting into a lot more of the running and agility things, and just kind of see how that progresses.
You know what stood out to me about that conversation?
Nothing. Oh, sorry.
Were you bored? Were you a little bored?
I fell asleep.
I was thinking, I was like, this is a long chat for a guy that we're not really even sure what his role is going to be.
Sorry.
That was Michael King. I'm probably listening a little more intently.
He
Joe
had
Musgrove.
so-so numbers in his first few years, a little up and down with the Angels. And then he said he got to the Mets. And, there were new coaches and some new ideas. But he said the biggest thing, I like pitching in New York. You felt a little juice. And I think the Angels are one of the least, juicy teams in baseball and have been the last few years. And
can get less juice.
This guy kind of wants to thrive on a team that, got some excitement, got a chance to win somewhere. And I think, Petco Park is a place with a lot of energy and is a place where you're trying to win. And he sounds like he's a competitive guy who is excited about the opportunity here to pitch for the Padres. It doesn't say much for the Angels, to be sure. But maybe that, will continue on this year for Griffin Canning after a promising first couple of months of the season last year with the Mets before he got hurt.
We're both in agreement that if it were us, we want to pitch with less juice, right?
Right.
The least amount of juice that there could be.
Under the radar.
Yeah. 3,000 people max in the stands. Like Tampa Bay and I would be a fantastic fit. As long as I don't have to pitch on the road. That'd be good.
All right. If that wasn't juicy enough for you, with Griffin Canning.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a juicy story.
Ooh.
So here we are. SDFC set to open their MLS season on Saturday night at Snapdragon Stadium. Over a month ago, they said, we're done with Chucky Lozano. Going to find a new home for him. He's not going to be on the team anymore. Yet
it's still going on.
He's still on the team. And this week, in the kind of the battle between SDFC and Chucky Lozano, Chucky's brother has taken sides. And you might be surprised which side he's taking.
Dude.
We will talk about that coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First, though, 7 Mile Casino, our card room. You can make it yours as well. And it's just cards. You got 4 different card playing options: California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, poker, Pai Gow, and Baccarat. I don't know exactly how many tables. I would venture to say around 20 to 25, maybe.
Sounds about right.
Total tables in the establishment. It's not small, but it's not huge either. It's just feels right-sized when you walk into 7 Mile Casino. If you're a card player, got everything you could possibly need to really enjoy yourself.
That's exactly right. Best thing, the proximity to downtown is just 7 minutes away. It's such a straight shot, quick shot, right down the 5. And when you walk inside, like you said, walk smack dab into a California-style blackjack table. Off to the left is your bar area, restaurant area. Really, really good food, good drinks. And you go out past the bar area. There's a beautiful, beautiful view. It's just a really cool place to hang out and kill some time.
And you can even see the view from inside because there's windows. Yep. It's not dark. It's not dank. It's not dirty. It's clean. It's comfortable. Friendly. They want to take care of you. They want you to come back again and again. They don't want just one-time customers. They want regular card players to come back and enjoy themselves. Check it out yourself. Just head down the 5 freeway, Chula Vista, get off at E. You're already on Bay Boulevard. It's the frontage street right along the 5 there, and you're pulling right in to 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please
just
don't.
a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
The ongoing saga of SDFC and Irving Chucky Lozano
This is like Falcon Crest.
continues with no resolution. And
It's a modern reference.
There's a twist. Yes, Falcon Crest, a 1980s
Yes.
primetime soap opera. Came on
It's like
after,
Peyton's Place. See?
Came on right after Dynasty.
Yeah, in Dallas. Sorry.
Yeah, those are the three: Dallas,
right.
Dynasty, and Falcon
All right,
Crest.
Paulie, it's like
What was Falcon Crest?
I don't know, but Paulie, it's like trying to think of a modern one for you. What's a modern soap opera that you and your missus watch?
Modern soap opera?
Yeah, like a soap opera, like like Melrose Place.
It was a winery.
It was a winery.
Yeah,
Falcon
it was set in Napa Valley.
I don't think I
Sometimes
watched that
sexy, often campy drama series set in California's wine capital, Napa Valley.
I was a Dynasty in Dallas.
Angela Channing runs the Falcon Crest winery with an iron hand.
Yeah, I love
And
it.
she's none too pleased with hardworking nephew Chance when he inherits 50 acres of prime vineyard from her late brother.
Love it. This is it's really taken on a life of its own, this thing. And
I was surprised to still see stories like that coming out.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's
It's
gone.
it's very soapy. You're right. It is very dramatic. So last year you had the reported blow up in the locker room between Chucky and Mikey Varas. Got benched for a couple of games, came off the bench for a couple of games, and then in the offseason, SDFC announced that he was no longer in their future plans. However, he's got a guaranteed contract, a big one, over $7 million a year. He's the highest paid player on the team. So they needed to find a new home. Now they thought, Chucky being a top Mexican player would want to play for Mexico in the World Cup. He was on the national team for, I think, 5 of their last 6 games. But he's not going to be able to play in the World Cup if he's not actually, playing soccer. So they thought, he'll want to go somewhere. Chucky hasn't played ball. Chucky hasn't played ball. He has refused so far to come to an agreement with any other team on a transfer or a loan or anything else. Was offered to a couple of Mexican teams. They passed, didn't want to add him, despite the fact he was still one of the best players you're going to find in the, North America in soccer. They weren't that interested. And we're finding out more reasons why, because in the interview,
this is nuts.
Brian Lozano didn't know that there was a brother, but Brian Lozano or Brian Lozano had some thoughts on his brother and the situation. And, my first instinct was, is this going to be a takedown of Mikey Varas? Is his brother going to say, hey, everyone thinks Mikey's this great guy, but really what's going on behind the scenes? Chucky's giving me the real story. No, Brian Lozano basically said, yeah, my brother is a problem. He's had issues with all the coaches he's had and other stops. So it continues to be, doing the same things over and over again. And he's got to learn that, he can't have this arrogant attitude that he brings every place. And he's brought it again to San Diego. And I'm not surprised by what's going on, essentially.
As the most novice of soccer novices, I remember vividly when they signed him. You saw some jubilation, some elation, But you also saw a few people that were in the know that were like, ooh, I don't know. I don't know that this is going to work out, right? So you did see that, at least on social media, from the non-novices out there. And, boy, they were right. They were right. It has not worked out. It has been a bit of a headache and probably a little bit more dramatic than anybody would have wanted. But, yeah, when your own brother is like, hey, man, like, you're the a-hole. Like, you think everyone's the a-hole.
Here's
you
the
look
quote.
in the mirror, it's you.
Here's the quote. He's rude and arrogant, and that leads nowhere.
Wow.
That's influenced why many really don't want him. That's your brother.
That's your brother.
That's your brother.
That's tough love, though, dude. I don't know if they have a relationship. I don't think that they do. But, sometimes people need to hear that stuff.
Chucky continues to, on social media, kind of go with the line that he wants to stay in San Diego. His family likes it here. He wants to keep playing. But, of course, Mikey Varas and Tyler Heaps have drawn a big line in the sand. And now
it's not happening.
If they can't really go back on it, or they lose their credibility in their own clubhouse.
Of course.
But if they don't, and Chucky doesn't, change his mind, then they're just on the hook for like a couple more years of $7 million highest salary, not even playing for your team. And then you got to go to the owner and go, are we okay just eating this?
Yeah, we just got to eat $14 million.
Chucky's basically going to just sit around at the side of training and
just play
with his soccer ball on the grass on the side, getting the most money of anyone while we all work and practice and play together as a team. Is that what's going to happen?
Like Mime says, he goes, I love Chucky as a fan of Mexican football, but every step he has had the exact same drama, especially when he played for Napoli. We all have those guys. Everybody has that guy that they love. Like, they're like, yeah, okay, he's an a-hole, but he's my a-hole. We all got him. Everybody has those dudes. And it does make it tough, but you wish you could grab them and shake some sense into them and say, hey, man, like, make some changes, like make some real changes, and your talent will win out eventually. And it's funny, like, because you do see teams been willing to put up with an inordinate amount of grief and things. You see it in the NFL a lot. And we just saw Tyreek Hill get cut. Now, I know he was injured, but they don't know that he's going to get back to where he is. But there's a different incident with that guy every single week. So they're like, we're cutting bait. Like, it's not going to happen. We're not doing this anymore.
Jocelyn in the chat says, someone sounds salty for having to hang out at the soccer fields every weekend to watch their superstar brother play in soccer tourneys.
I think he's a
pro soccer player.
He's a pro
too.
soccer player too.
To me, it sounds like Chucky is gambling that, let's see how they do without me. Well, first couple of matches, they advance in the Champions Cup.
But he doesn't have a say.
That bad. They didn't look that bad without you. I know he doesn't have a say, but if the team starts playing poorly and gets desperate, he thinks, well, maybe they'll come back to me begging, like, please come back to the team. I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening either. And again, the fact that no one else has shown a lot of interest yet, that also kind of tells you maybe, the juice, we say it all the time, man, maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze.
In one way, if I'm SDFC and this story comes out, you're kind of nodding, going, yeah, all right. No, we're probably right about this situation, but you're also going, this makes it even harder to get rid of him. As these stories come out, his own brother is saying he's arrogant and he's rude and he's a problem. It's not going to make us any easier to find another team that's willing to take him on at this point. So,
but it also justifies you.
It justifies you, but it also it gives you an even bigger problem now going forward.
Crazy. It's just a crazy, crazy story. And you hope the resolution works for everyone. You hope Chucky finds some place that he can go and be happy and just play soccer, which is what he loves to do. And
he's good at it.
And he's really good at it. And then the team can be kind of free of the yoke around their neck with this guy right now.
I mean,
it's got to be uncomfortable.
The mistake, and it's an understandable one, but the mistake they made was signing him in the first place.
Correct.
They wanted a splash. They wanted someone south of the border, to sell some tickets, to bring some fans up from Tijuana.
I remember an overwhelming amount of people, like, immediately after that signing going, he's talented, but good luck. Yikes.
And they talked themselves into it, knowing the talent was there.
It's like Barry Bonds, dude. That's a great Ruggie just said. And I just watched it again. They tell a story about Barry Bonds at Arizona State. And so his team, he got there as a freshman. He got there as a freshman. His team hated him. They hate him. They're like, we want him gone. The coach goes, all right, calls a meeting, goes.
Some people think it's only late career.
No, it was always been this way. This is an 18-year-old. They're like, the coach goes, if you want him off the team, you got to put it to a vote. Team captain comes back. He goes, all right, we voted. It's overwhelming. Barry's off the team. And he's like, actually, we're not going to do this. Let me talk to him. Let me pull him aside. And what do you think those other guys? They're like, bro, you just put it in our hands. And now you said no because he's Barry Bonds. And the coach was like, I got to save my ass.
Gambling.
Yeah.
Like, I think the quiet majority wants this guy because we're going to win.
They're going to win
Nope.
games. They're like, it was unanimous. We want him gone. He's like, let's not be rash here. Okay. Let's not make any rash decisions here. Just incredible. I think Jeff Pearlman had that. He's so good.
All right, let's check traffic, and then we will wrap things up maybe with a spin of the topic wheel here with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Caltrans, reminding you that 3 lanes of northbound I-5 will be closed at Gilman Drive starting Friday night. Well, from the looks of the road, seems maybe a lot of folks took our advice and decided to work from home today. Yeah. No incidents or accidents to report this time around. And it looks like a lot of that rain has moved on, at least for now. Just a couple things I want to mention here. Stalled car in the North County on the Harbor Drive on-ramp to southbound 5. Also, Euclid on-ramp to westbound King Freeway. We have reports of some sort of debris in the roadway, just something to watch out for. In fact, just be extra alert if you are still out there on the roads because some very gusty conditions have been blowing debris all over the place all morning. The Caltrans I-5 Asset Management Project continues this weekend with the closure of 3 lanes on northbound I-5 at Gilman Drive, February 20th and 21st from 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. Please plan ahead and use alternative routes like Interstate 805 to travel north. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right. While the wheel is spinning, George says Chucky's the Mimi guy from Ted Lasso season 1. Yeah, Jamie Tart. And Mikey Varis is kind of non-homespun Ted Lasso as well, but couldn't get it to work, at least not yet.
All right. Topic wheel question is, what is the best compliment a guy can get?
Man, that's a good one, dude.
Honestly, I think my favorite compliment is probably that looks great on you, or like, hey, that shirt looks great. I will wear that shirt like you've never that's my new favorite shirt.
Mine is you're doing a great job.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah. If I get that one from the wife, man, I'm like, it means everything. Ladies, tell your husband he's doing a great job. If he's doing a great job, I can tell you from the work that I've done with my guys, it goes a long, long, long way.
I think for me, it's something very simple. If someone says, I trust you.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I like that.
Like,
yeah,
for whatever it is. Like, you get the job. I know if I leave it in your hands,
it'll get done.
It'll get done. It'll get done the right way. I trust you. You're solid. You're good.
I'm proud of you is a massive one in my home. Massive.
Proud of you is a little condescending.
It's not.
Sometimes
it can.
I mean, for your kids, it's
don't
great.
So.
But
no, if my wife tells me I'm so proud of you, that goes miles.
Yeah, but it also, if she's like, if you took the garbage out like you were supposed to, and she's like, good job, I'm so proud of you.
That's different.
That would be condescending.
That's different.
I guess if it used in the right circumstances, proud is good. Yes.
It's got to be the right
I mean, if you've been struggling with something and you finally come to a big decision, I'm really proud of you for doing that. Yeah, that does feel good, to be sure.
I can't reiterate that fact enough, guys. From the people that I talk to, people that come to those meetings, the lack of compliments that they get on a daily basis is a big part of why they're so stifled and can't talk. And I just wanted to tell you out there listening, compliment. It goes a long way.
I saw like a Reddit thread like a year ago, and it was like, hey, women, did you know that if you just compliment a man, like the most simple compliment, like they will take it to heart, like you have no idea.
Like you've never seen.
And I started reading some of the comments, and men were in there and going like, I got home and my girlfriend said like, that's the best haircut you've ever gotten. And he's like, I wanted to cry. I was so happy. Yeah. Like the littlest thing.
But if you want to talk about like a physical appearance compliment though, and I appreciate people
have the best calves.
No, it's because people have said, oh, weight loss looks great. Have you been working out?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Sammy got me the other day. I made my whole day.
It's a good one.
What'd you look good? I'm like, oh, thank you, Sammy, for noticing.
Yeah.
No, I love that.
That's a good one because it's all encompassing.
Is yours? I'm so impressed with your vast sports knowledge. Is that? I thought that
It's
would
not
be
bad.
at the top of your.
Not bad.
God, I'm impressed with your vast sports
You
knowledge.
have such a nice voice.
That's a good
I
one.
like that one.
Yeah.
It's just that's kind of me in particular because of what I do. But I, especially when someone doesn't know what I do and they go, "Oh, you've got a nice voice. You got a voice for radio."
What about your golf swing? You like to get complimented on that?
I get sometimes good tempo. I don't think I have a particularly beautiful swing.
Yeah, it's not aesthetically.
I
the
try to
best,
make it effective,
but it
yeah,
works.
it's not. I like a scorecard.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, that's it for us. Braden and Frank coming up next. We will be back tomorrow talking more Padres, SDFC, and more. For Paulie Reindl, Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Thank you, Tier 1s. Have a great rest of your Thursday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan.